media, its management, or advertisers.
You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of The Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a banger for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. It's all good. JCS News will do that for you around 3:20.
It's
Just
all good.
loads
It's all
and
good.
loads of positivity coming your way around 3:20.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
4 o'clock hour at Animal House. Lee Asher joins us. He has a show coming up at Hard Rock Live. We'll talk to him about that. Scott Maxwell also joins us from the Orlando Sentinel to talk about what he's writing about today. That'll happen in the 4 o'clock hour as well. 5 o'clock, it's trivia. We'll end it up with a talk with our buddy Ross Padgett, and you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Find us on social media. That's easy as well. Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And you can watch our show every single day for free right there on YouTube, JimColbertLive.com. Send us a talk back. That's those recorded pieces you hear from callers and listeners. You can do that. Grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment to Jack. We'll get you on there.
And when you have the app open, follow Real Radio and make us a preset. Make us your number one preset. I use this every day. I open up the app, I tap that, and it plays the station. It makes it as easy as possible for you to find us on the app.
You hear that, ladies?
Jack's all about
He likes to tap that.
Yeah, I tap the top.
He's all about tapping that. He's all about tapping that app.
Yep. Tap the app.
Tap the app, baby.
Tap that
Show
app,
title.
baby.
Tap that app.
Oh,
302
yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
title.
Girl,
Yep, there we go. And a new T-shirt idea.
Girl, I'm coming at you hard. I'm going to tap that app.
No, I thought you meant me personally.
Oh, no, stop.
I was like, dude, I just seen a video on Twitter. You don't want to
look
do
at
that.
somebody and say this stuff.
There's Jack.
Don't look at me. I'm not looking at Jack. Are you crazy? God almighty. I'll still stare deep into your Colombian sultry eyes. Tell you I'm going to tap that app.
HR.
Hey, already,
You
303.
are HR. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. I was HR last week.
Jack's hit the HR QR code on
Yeah,
his
he
wrist.
does.
He
Hey,
just scans it and goes right.
I
don't
got a
give the
preset for that.
don't give the company any ideas.
Yeah.
So
how you guys doing today? Everything good?
good, but right off
You guys hear
rip.
anything exciting?
Because I'm sure folks are going to be texting us at 77031. We did get word that they had reached a verdict in Karen Reed's murder retrial, but skirt. Moments later, jurors informed the judge that they, in fact, did not have a verdict. So the judge told the court and noted they are now back deliberating.
Nope.
So hopefully we will have a verdict sometime during the show. We just don't have one right now.
Let me ask you a quick question. I did not know this. I know we have about 465 attorneys that advertise on the station. Let's not ask them. Let's talk about this between each other.
Exactly.
So yesterday, when the whole Karen Reed thing was coming down, there was a story that was out there, an accompanying video of the jury rendering what they call is it a verdict slip?
It is a verdict slip, and they
What
came
is that? I've never even heard of that.
I don't know, but jurors continued after deliberations after returning to court with questions about the verdict slip and evidence. And that followed a day yesterday of confusion and amended instructions.
And right now we're hearing that Karen Reed found not guilty of second-degree murder in the race.
Wow. See, I thought she was going to get guilty.
Wow, so they are.
A maximum of life in prison. Second degree was up to 25 years of the manslaughter.
Look at her shaking.
It was the lesser included that people wondered on. Now, this is a mixed verdict. I do understand. And that mixed verdict, the operating under the influence, drunk driving. It appears as though there was a conviction on drunk driving. What that amounts to is a fine and suspension of your license for a few months. It has nothing to do with John O'Keefe.
Yeah. She's going to ride her bike to the bar tonight to get drunk. Trust me, she'll be fine.
Yeah, but drunk driving, but when you hit someone else, there's damage, there's injury.
Yeah.
That's a higher charge than just drunk driving on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild, but we were talking about the verdict slip. It is weird because I saw the same thing Deborah saw. CBS never updated that to believe that they hadn't gotten the verdict yet. What they did ask for a few minutes ago is an amended verdict slip. I guess yesterday when the verdict slip came out of the jury, Karen Reed, there's video of her losing her GD mind because obviously the verdict slip maybe wasn't saying things, or they were asking questions about information and evidence had been presented that maybe leaned toward, finding her guilty, and she was not enjoying that. And of course, then they just asked for another an amended verdict slip. Then, of course, right after that, now we have the decision.
Yeah, what was interesting was her attorney wanted boxes underneath the verdicts of, I think it was including not guilty, and the judge had said, no, we're not going to do that.
Got it. There you go.
So, retrial
Reed,
and
not
everything.
guilty.
Second-degree murder, but she was convicted of DUI.
Yeah.
I'm amazed to see the amount of support for her outside of the courtroom. I'm not as...
they are cheering.
Yeah, they are.
People are breaking down in tears out there.
Yeah, wearing I guess it must be her signature color of
It's pink,
because
yep.
that's what her supporters seem to be wearing as
Wow.
they surround, the courthouse.
That's a pretty robust crowd
That
for
is.
this kind of thing.
That is, but again, it kind of brings into mind memories of Casey Anthony, right? When you get that mob mentality,
Yeah.
is it difficult for the jurors to really separate the fact
Right.
from the fantasy of the image and the story?
I think like Britney Spears is something we
Yeah.
saw that similar, that whole Free Britney thing.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. And now it's starting up again with Justin Bieber.
Wow, man, how crazy is this? There you go.
There you go.
Karen Reed found not guilty of second-degree murder and manslaughter in the death of her police officer boyfriend. They said that she ran him over.
That was
the
yeah.
accusation.
Yeah.
And left him to die in a snowstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
They must have had a lot of evidence. You just don't bring somebody up to trial for that. I mean, you have to have a pretty convincing
And retrial.
group of evidence to not only try it once. I was about to say try it twice.
So I think it's about intent, right? Because they say she was driving, she backed up, she clipped him, he got, he then was left to die in the snowbank. I think the claim is, I didn't know I hit him.
Right.
She was drunk.
Right.
So drunk driving, yes. But drunk driving causing bodily injury and causing death.
That's wild. How would she get away with that? That's interesting. You're right, because if you're drunk and backing up, you run him over. Theoretically, if you were drunk and hit him on the road, you would definitely be guilty of vehicular homicide.
Wouldn't it be
while
a hit and
under
run?
the influence? Yeah, I mean,
It'd be a hit and run, leaving the scene of an accident causing death.
could be manslaughter of some sort because you
but-
didn't do it in. I mean,
Vehicular manslaughter.
But we don't know if they have those laws on the books in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
We know here in Florida that's most likely a charge you could face. But in Massachusetts, I don't know what their traffic laws.
oof. Well, those attorneys will never have to work again. I mean, they'll have to put a bear at the door to keep the cases away from them. Good Lord of mercy. Well, there
Just
you go.
ask Jose Baez.
Yeah, 77031. Text us again at 0031. So we do have a bunch of other stuff to talk about today. Today is National Splurge Day.
Ooh.
So if you had to
okay.
guess what your splurge is, what is your splurge? It's so funny because splurging is so subjective.
So does that mean spending like a guilty pleasure, financial guilty pleasure?
That's why I think it's subjective. I think most people believe that a splurge has to do with spending money. I do not believe that.
Oh.
I don't believe splurges include spending money necessarily. Splurging to me could be just like not having my phone for 2 or 3 days. Or not having contact, or just kind of chilling out or something. For me, that's a splurge because I never, ever do it. So, you think? I mean, is that a different look at it? Do you think it's always money related?
Yeah, because it's alluding to spending money not budgeted for another reason. So you splurge on a dinner out.
Yours is hair, right?
No,
It's not.
no, that's not a splurge.
Well, I'm
that's
just
upkeep.
asking because a lot of women I know that when they go to get that really good hair, they'll only do that like maybe once a year.
Yeah, but that's
Because it's
more
expensive.
upkeep.
Deb,
that's not a fun thing.
Any expense on hair to Jimmy is a splurge.
yeah.
An act of spending money freely or extravagantly.
Money,
that's the
baby.
noun.
That's money, yeah.
The verb is spend money freely or extravagantly. So
There you go.
splurge is
Definitely money related.
always money related.
What's your splurge, Jack?
Oh, you know
and
what?
And what's the cost of your splurge?
Here's the deal.
$1.50.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's a hot dog and Pepsi over at Costco.
Is it 2 hot dogs, Jack?
My-
Is it a double hot dog night for Bradshaw?
Don't say that.
Since I get joy out of saving money, it's hard for me to splurge, but it could be bourbon. But even in that, I'm still
Yeah.
looking for the best deal. I go to Maker's Mark because it's the best cost per ounce for taste.
I agree with that.
It just when I look at all the other brands, and it's like, Yeah, I like them all, but not enough for that drastic difference in price.
I bet that's probably a pretty big splurge with a lot of people, right? Like maybe the alcohol they buy, maybe a nice bottle of champagne. I would say you're right with the dinner, like a really nice dinner.
A nice box of cigars for Father's Day.
Oh,
You got those dads knowing they're going to go have a nice day of golf, so they're going to splurge maybe on getting some cigars.
Yeah, right.
I tried to pull some names out. I'm like Robusto.
Well, splurge. I mean, in my world, splurging would be buying, an expensive golf club. I'd never do that, so I wouldn't do it. I would splurge and spend more money on a poker game that I would usually buy into. Like usually, I'd buy into a card game for a couple $100. Occasionally, I will go over and play the 2-5 game and buy in for like $300 or $400 or $500. That's a splurge.
That's a splurge for sure.
That first number would have been my splurge.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
We'll take talkbacks about that all day today as well. What your splurge
Yeah,
is.
I'm
and what
still
that looks
reeling
like.
out of that stupid bet that Kravitz talked me into, putting that money on Indiana.
Oh yeah. And it was like it wasn't quite last minute, but it was a pretty good game, right? All the way through.
I just know I was getting 9.
Yeah.
And I lost by 14.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Also, I'm taking my wife on that wildlife ride around Lake Apopka.
Oh, it's so fun.
Yeah,
It's so relaxing.
So I'm going this weekend, 11 miles. You know how long they say it takes?
Well, yeah.
Because you're creeping along, right?
In what?
That's going to be difficult for you.
Why?
Because when it gets busy, and it will get busy on the weekends,
It stops?
you don't have the patience to tolerate a single line of traffic that you just have to be patient. If they're stopping and taking photos of all the alligators, there's not a lot of space to whip around them. If it's busy, and you will be creeping along.
Is this something? I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
the
Is this something you do in vehicles?
Yeah.
So the Lake Apopka.
Yeah.
Right? So
That's big.
Years and years of them getting the phosphorus out of the lake. It's now one of the prettiest wildlife drives in Central Florida. You had no idea that you're so close to Mount Dora or so close to Altamont and Winter Springs, Oviedo. But it's an 11-mile route that will take you around the lake. You will see ospreys and egrets. And
They say even bobcats sometimes.
yeah, exactly.
Raccoons,
if you
all
go
birds.
early enough in the morning
Right.
before it gets really hot, but it is really popular now, and kids are out of school, so just be prepared. It could be busy, and you're going to have to go the speed of traffic, not the speed of Jimmy.
I hope that. Speed of Jimmy is not
fast.
fun.
It's fast.
Speed of Jimmy is look at that. All right, let's go.
You're not kidding.
11 miles, supposed to take between 2 and 3 hours.
It can
to go.
It all depends on how long you want to take it.
So I'm going to check that out this weekend. Looking forward to that. I've told my wife about it a couple times, and she goes, "Just book it. Let's go." I said, "Well, there's no booking it. It's free. You just show up and go."
You just show up. They have a little radio station you can listen to where they describe the flora and fauna.
It's a self-guided tour kind of thing.
So something similar to that's been on my list forever, still haven't pulled the trigger on it, is that pontoon ride through the Winter Park chain of lakes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I have wanted to do that. Yeah.
It's not expensive.
It looks
like
so pretty.
I think they go out every day, and still, I'm like,
And those channels are way smaller. I took my bass boat up through there years and years ago. After I bought it, I put it on the Winter Park chain to test drive it.
Yeah.
And then bought it. And then my buddy and I, Patrick, used to ride up and go through the canals there. But, man, if you get caught up in there and there's a boat coming your way, man, you got to, it's like those mountain roads in Peru.
Try doing it on a paddleboard, because you're on a stand-up paddleboard. You're going through. You have to look as far ahead as you can see to make sure that there's no boat coming, because once they start, there's no room on either side.
Yeah.
Someone's got to back up.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, man, when you get into those things, it's kind of creepy in there a little bit. But you are going to see some of the most beautiful homes you've ever seen in your entire life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
And somebody said to ride bikes instead of driving. That would be fun in the fall and the spring when it's 95 degrees. Why?
Yeah. And remember yesterday we talked about, for the first time ever, people were getting their news from outlets like Joe Rogan and apps and stuff more than they were getting it from mainstream media. There's another thing that dropped today that is, again, a sign of the times when it comes to, people like myself and the Gen X going into, different eras of, getting your information from different outlets. Another one of those kind of milestones happened yesterday as well. Plus, there's an American equivalent to something, and I'm dying to talk about this a little bit later. And I have to be a bit cryptic about it, but there is I need an American equivalent to doing something disrespectful to food in another country. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when we bring this up a little bit later in the show. What do you got for news?
The Tampa Bay Rays confirm talks to sell the team.
Damn, really?
Yeah, but
Let's go.
Oh, no.
Bad. What? So it's not to Orlando, huh?
A Central Florida sheriff claps back after Lizzo criticizes his protest warning. And there's a Russian super yacht, and I do mean super yacht, that's up for auction. We'll give you all the deets and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it, 77031. That's how you text us. Again, if you'd like to leave a talkback, you could do that as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment to Jack. Back in a sec with Deb's News and more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a bit of commotion on the roadways of Lake Mary Boulevard. A crash is getting cleared up westbound before Country Club Road. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. Hopping on I-4 this afternoon. Traffic starting to slow down through that amusement park area. There's some slowdowns through the city, and traffic's starting to pile up once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Now that the kids are out of school and you're busy making plans for family vacations and barbecues, make sure you put getting new windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen on your to-do list. One reason? Unmatched strength. Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact windows and doors are made from Fibrex material. That's 2 times stronger than vinyl, ensuring superior durability and resistance to extreme weather conditions. Tom says excellent experience with Renewal by Andersen from initial sales call to the installation process and follow-up. We would highly recommend them to others. Renewal by Andersen's 30th anniversary sale is going on now. Buy one, get one, 30% off windows or patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Call Renewal by Andersen today for your free design consultation. It's simple. Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. That's pound 250. Say the keyword best windows and be connected in seconds. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613. Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances, never before seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Taking over the helm of NBC Nightly News, a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility. Good evening. I'm Tom Yamas. You have to go out there to bring people at home closer to the story. Wildfires continue to be a threat. With that massive hurricane comes the massive response. The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth. For NBC News, I'm Tom Yamas. That's what we do every night.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Divorce can feel like a minefield. One wrong step, and your finances, your family, and your future could suffer. Before making a big decision, talk to the attorneys at TK Law. We can help you navigate the legal process, protecting what matters most. With better representation, you get better results. Call TK Law today and take the first step toward a smarter, more secure future. Visit onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont Springs. That's onefirmforlife.com.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
OpenAI is a financial abomination, a thing that should not be, an aberration, a symbol of rot at the heart of Silicon Valley. And I'm going to tell you why on my show Better Offline, the rudest show in the tech industry, where we're breaking down why OpenAI, along with other AI companies, are dead set on lying to your boss that they can take your job. I'm also going to be talking with the greatest minds in the industry about all the other ways the rich and powerful are ruining the computer. Listen to Better Offline on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Better Offline and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What to do, Colbert Crew? You know him. Your favorite tea back in Wildwood for once.
Wildwood.
That's right. Today we raise a beer to the fact that I just purchased a house in Wildwood. So if you're in this area, look out for a maniac on a golf cart. I'll be drunk.
No, you
Good
won't.
show, y'all.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, good afternoon, Colbert Crew. This is your old pal Ken. Sort of celebrating an anniversary today, and Jim, I got to thank you for it.
Oh.
It was 2 years ago today that I had the operation that saved my life. And like you said, get yourself checked out, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much, and happy second anniversary to me. Thank you.
You got it, buddy.
Happy second anniversary.
Glad you made it around.
2 listeners celebrating something big today, T-Back buying a house and, Ken celebrating 2 years post-operation.
Yeah. Not bad. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like I said, we appreciate that every day. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. All right, this story broke at the top of the hour, but just in case you missed it.
What say you? Is the defendant of our guilty or not guilty? Not guilty.
Karen Reed has been found not guilty of murder. She did not kill her Boston cop boyfriend, John O'Keefe, with her SUV after a night of drinking in 2022. Her lawyers argued she was being framed by police for his death. The jury found Reed not guilty on second-degree murder and manslaughter charges, but did find her guilty of driving under the influence. Her first trial ended a mistrial due to a hung jury. All right, back to the story that's, of course, big interest to us here in Central Florida. The owner of the Tampa Bay Rays is in advanced talks to sell the team.
Wow.
The Rays issued a statement saying owner Stu Sternberg is talking with a group led by Jacksonville developer.
Oh, no, really?
Patrick Zapolsky, which includes mortgage lender Bill Cosgrove. Now, Zapolsky is CEO of Dreamfinders Homes and sits on the University of Florida Board of Trustees. Sportico reports the deal values the Rays at $1.7 billion. The news comes after Hurricane Milton trashed the team's existing home at Tropicana Field and scuttled efforts by Pinellas County and St. Petersburg to build a new ballpark. The Rays have confirmed those reports, but say they won't have more to say for now. This sounds to me like they've been working as hard as the Orlando Dreamers to circumvent that and find a team.
Well, I will tell you, interestingly, though, Jacksonville does have a relatively good minor league baseball kind of history. I believe it's the Rays. Jacksonville Rays up there, I thought it was for years, or Suns, the Jacksonville Suns up there for years, I believe, if I remember right, have been a pretty formidable double-A kind of city for a while. So they have an established baseball crowd up there a little bit. So, and they don't get hit by hurricanes very often. Interesting.
I know, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I thought the Rays were a little too quiet with everything that's been talked about here in Orlando.
Yeah.
For there not to be any scuttlebutt, no word whatsoever.
And we knew the math wasn't coming through either.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's where
Jacksonville. The Jacksonville team is the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Is it really? It used to be.
It
used to be the Jacksonville Suns, I believe.
They should have stuck with that.
The Jumbo Shrimp. I love it.
Good Lord.
Is a AAA minor league team affiliated with the Miami Marlins. Yeah.
Well, in other news, the Kissimmee Police Department is going to present its findings today, actually almost at any time now, of an independent investigation by the Orange County Sheriff's Office that apparently reportedly involves several Kissimmee police officers. It focused on the conduct and truthfulness of several sworn officers. The news conference, we will let you know as soon as that takes place. Meanwhile, a Central Florida sheriff is pushing back after pop star Lizzo criticized his warning to violent protesters ahead of last weekend's No Kings demonstrations. Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey said his comments were aimed at those threatening law enforcement, not peaceful protesters. In a social media video, though, Lizzo called the sheriff's remarks, quote, appalling, end quote, and, quote, unconstitutional, end quote, urging Americans to stand up for their rights. According to Fox News Digital, Ivey dismissed her reaction, saying she misquoted him and that peaceful protests are always welcome. He also said, who's that? All right, Florida's Attorney General is accused of ignoring a judge's order. This is a story that's been going on for several weeks now.
I would venture more people in Brevard County know Lizzo than Wayne.
You think that's the truth?
Yeah.
Wow, really? I don't know if I'd bet that or not. I don't know, Jack.
The sheriff?
Yeah, I don't know, but he's pretty vocal, and he gets a lot of television coverage, and I think with the parties included, they would know definitely who he is. I'm not saying they wouldn't know over Lizzo, but I'm saying I think that's more of a coin flip than you're giving it credit for.
They get the same TV coverage we get.
I know.
He doesn't get the majority. Grady Judd still gets the.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
The majority and Chitwood.
Oh yeah.
Florida's Attorney General is accused of ignoring a judge's order. A federal judge in Miami found James Uthmeyer in contempt of court for ignoring her restraining order, requiring him to stop enforcing a new immigration law. The law calls for the arrest of any illegal immigrant who enters the state. The judge also wants Uthmeier to file biweekly reports on any immigration enforcement actions that have taken place related to the new law. Uthmeier has until July 1st to file the first report.
Every time I see James Uthmeier, and this is no shot at him personally, he looks like a guy who runs a car auction. he doesn't hit me as like that that buttoned up attorney like. Like when we see Ray comes in here buttoned up real nice. Glenn comes in buttoned up real nice. They look like attorneys. This guy doesn't hit me like that. Looks more like a youth pastor that's late.
Kind of, yeah. All right, environmental advocates are urging Governor DeSantis to sign a bill that would ban oil drilling near the Apalachicola River Basin. The call comes after the state thankfully denied a drilling permit in the river's floodplain, a move celebrated by conservationists and seafood industry leaders. That is a big deal up in North Florida. Anybody who's had Apalachicola Bay oysters.
Yeah.
So supporters say the bill would protect North Florida's waters, economy, and way of life from future drilling threats. The measure passed the Florida legislature unanimously and now awaits the governor's signature.
Okay.
Speaking of other environmental things, Jimmy, I pulled this story specifically for you. Maybe you can answer these questions.
I'll do my very best.
Well, work is underway to determine what's behind a troubling trend in Brevard County. And no, it's not the people battling out on the texting service as to whether they know Sheriff Wayne Ivey or Lizzo more. The FWC is looking into a recent rise in the number of catfish on the Space Coast.
Okay.
Cocoa Beach.
Good.
Cocoa Beach Kids Fishing Guide Katie Kinlan has noticed, and she has a theory. She thinks beach renourishment projects are making conditions more favorable for catfish. Kinlan tells Spectrum News 13 she's worried, though, that the catfish may be chasing out other fish that usually populate the area.
So what they're saying is as they're dredging up the area around there, they're dredging up more food for the catfish that are already bottom feeders, right?
Yeah, so it's creating more catfish over there on the Space Coast, and it's chasing out the other species.
And nothing's more annoying than surf fishing and only catching catfish or whites. It's the worst.
So catfish are saltwater?
Yeah, they're saltwater catfish.
But there's also freshwater.
Sure, there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're speaking to a pro.
Do you have carp down here?
Yes, we have carp.
Okay, because my dad and my brother would go fishing like near the power plants just to catch and release.
Yeah, because
you
you can't
never
eat
eat
them.
carp.
You can't eat them, but they get giant and they fight like hell.
They like that warm water like the manatees do?
Exactly. They hang out by those discharges. All right, Orange County is getting a new pedestrian bridge. It's going up, not like it's needed here, at International Drive and Sand Lake Road.
Yeah.
So between 2017 and 2022, there were over this many crashes at just this location. So again, International Drive and Sand Lake Road.
Yeah,
so between 2017 and 2022, there were over this crashes.
And for people who do not live in the area, that's probably the busiest tourist intersection outside of the Disney intersection.
Yes.
That it's a non-park intersection in Central Florida.
It's even busier than Kirkman Road that goes right past Universal Studios Resort.
And to give you some more information.
I think it's 6 lanes for every road coming into it.
Yeah, more information on one of those corners apparently is the busiest and largest McDonald's in the world.
Yes, it is.
So you have all of that kind of happening along with the big shopping district there for tourists. So they got a bridge that's going to bustle those Brazilians and Brits over.
Yeah,
that's where Tom's Watch Bar is.
Yeah,
so
right
how
there.
many crashes between 2017 and 2022?
Driving down there is one of the most horrifying things ever. I'll say 250.
300.
660 crashes.
I wish
660.
I wish that was shocking, but every single time I drive on iDrive, I almost have a serious auto incident because, again, the Brits come here. They have no idea what they're doing. And in Florida, as long as you have a credit card, you can get a car. And they hand you a car, pile your family in it, and wish you the very, very best against all of Central Florida.
Well, the new bridge will feature a drone-style design with staircases, elevators, and raised walkways. Construction is expected to start in 2027 and last 18 months. All right, the Jacksonville Aviation Authority is meeting today to discuss the next steps after last month's massive parking garage fire at Jacksonville International Airport. I didn't realize what a big deal this was. The fire damaged nearly 50 vehicles. It also caused part of the garage to collapse.
Right, yeah, that's what happens, man. That heat really kind of compromises the integrity of the concrete.
So it has left questions about repair costs, timelines. Crews have nearly completed removing all of the vehicles.
Still not there.
Still not there.
Wow.
And the northern section of the garage has reopened. The cause of the fire remains under federal investigation as officials consider whether part of the structure must be demolished. A sad update to a story we had covered during JCS News yesterday, but the Baltimore Orioles are mourning the loss of a minor league player following a jet ski crash off Lido Key in Sarasota. 19-year-old Luis Guevara, a Venezuelan infielder in his first season in the U.S., was critically injured in Sunday's head-on collision and later died from his injuries. 3 others were injured in the crash. The Orioles called Guevara a beloved member of the organization and asked for privacy for his family and teammates.
Wow.
All right, on the flip side, some good news in the sports world. The Panthers are back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. The team took down the Oilers 5-1 in Game 6 from Sunrise. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trentralis was at the Cats' Fort Lauderdale training facility last night.
There was just so much more enthusiasm, even more expectations this time because I think last year we just didn't know what was going to happen. It was Game 7, and it could have gone either way. But last night, there was no chance of that happening.
Well, Sam Bennett won the Conn Smythe Award given to the playoff MVP. Meanwhile, Edmonton has lost to Florida in the final twice in a row, hasn't hoisted the cup since. What year was the last time the Edmonton Oilers lifted the Stanley Cup?
That's a Gretzky years, right?
I believe it was the year the Magna Carta was signed.
Yeah. I'll go 1992.
All right, I'll go 98.
1990.
Oh, yeah, nice. There you go.
1990. All right, meanwhile, the winner of the Conn Smythe Award is also the MVP at the Broward Humane Society.
Okay.
Spokeswoman Sherry Wachter says thanks to Sam Bennett's Buddy program, every time he scored a goal this season, he took care of all the adoption fees for homeless animals.
Damn, really?
We're hoping that they might want to swing by with the Stanley Cup. So sure, puppies and kittens have ever been put in the cup, but we'd like to make it a first.
I think that's a great idea. So get this.
I would never in a million years subject a puppy or a kitten to what has happened inside the Stanley Cup. Let me tell you,
they clean it, Jimmy.
If they do that, they should take whoever puts those pets in that cup and send them straight to prison.
Buddy.
There have been. I can't imagine a body fluid that hasn't been inside that cup.
They hit that thing with some purple Fabuloso.
I'm
They're
telling
good
you,
to
dude.
go.
Smells great. It's good to go.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Well, the idea came from Bennett's fiancée, who volunteers at the Humane Society once a week. And to date,
awesome.
Benny's initiative has led the adoption of more than 30 pets.
That'd be great for the Magic or one of our other sports organizations to do something like that. Partner up with one of the shelters to do that. I think that's a great idea.
As you can see, even if you don't follow the team or follow the game.
Yeah, they do it with pizzas and tacos. They could probably do it with kittens and puppies. I'm sure they could pull that off.
Well, if you live in Orange County, you may hear fireworks less frequently. The county commission yesterday passed new restrictions on fireworks.
Oh, God.
The new ordinance limits fireworks to just 3 days a year, July 4th, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. Violators will face fines up to $500.
What about Labor Day? Or not Labor Day, but what about Memorial Day?
Nope. The new law will take effect
Fireworks Day.
Is it?
by the end of the month.
We honor our nation's war dead. You're shooting a fireworks?
No. What was the other one then? Where am I missing something out? Isn't there one more day that they should do fireworks? Or hasn't it been suggested? No?
My birthday?
No, yes, Jack. It's definitely your birthday.
So, Deb, where is that being considered?
Orange County.
Orange County.
Okay.
Yeah,
and they
you're
passed
good.
that yesterday.
I'm good. Lake County and Orange County? Or Lake County and Seminole County? Yeah.
Well, a lot of people may have tomorrow off because it's also going to be a fee-free day at National Park Service sites. Tomorrow is Juneteenth, National Independence Day. All national parks will be free to visit. That includes Canaveral National Seashore, Big Cypress National Preserve, the Fort Matanzas are just a few of the local ones. The next fee-free day is August 4th for Great American Outdoors Day. And for any of those wildlife drives, a lot of folks are recommending going early when it's less hot and more animals.
Yeah.
And then finally, the U.S. government has seized and is now auctioning off a $300 million super yacht. The Amadea yacht was docked in San Diego.
Rock me, Amadea.
Right, was docked in San Diego for 3 years. Keep that number in mind. And will now be sold to recoup maintenance costs. The vessel is 350 feet long, has 8 ensuite cabins, and can accommodate a maximum of 16 guests. Now, according to recent court filings, the U.S. government spent roughly $850 $50,000 a month to maintain this Russian super yacht.
I thought it was more. I had heard through the grapevine this thing was like $1.2 million a month to keep going.
Well, maybe that's just the government saying, "Oh, we took a discount."
No, I think that's when it's staffed. I think the $1.2 million a month is when it's staffed and running. It's $1 million. That doesn't count fuel. $1.2 million a month to take care of it.
You couldn't just dry dock it?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, too. I mean, this is $850,000 per month for the last 3 years while this thing's been docked in San Diego.
That's tens of millions of dollars.
Oh, a judge in New York ruled earlier this month that the Amadea can be sold, but a date for that sale has not been set. They're waiting for Jimmy to get his money out of cryptocurrency.
Come on, my God, Jimmy. I can't wait. I'm going to buy one of those cabins. That's it.
Just the cabin.
So 8 cabins with bathrooms.
Oh,
Not to mention, I'm sure, salons and casinos and movie theaters and
a gym.
Everything else you need. 350 feet is gigantic,
That
guys.
is huge.
16 people is not a lot.
It's not. And that's why I thought $300 million is kind of cheap.
It's probably got 16 people that run it, maybe even more. It probably has a staff of 20 or more. I mean, it's 2 pilots, usually at least 3 engineers to run the to do that. 4 or 5 other crew members, chefs, cleaning crew. It's a lot.
Well, that concludes your JCS News.
77031. That's how you text us. Let's take a little break. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday night forecast. Temperatures mild through the overnight tonight, dropping down into the mid-70s and quickly warming up. Taking a look at your Thursday, back up into the mid-90s. Holding those scattered showers and thunderstorms on Thursday through the afternoon and evening. Seeing those storms a little bit more widespread as we take a look at your Friday, but we are looking at that summer sizzle as we officially start the summer season on Friday night. Have a great night.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole new floor inside your Macy's store. And right now, you'll find the latest summer styles all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. So don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. Look, man, if you're in the real estate market in any way, shape, or form, listen closely. Real estate market trends are a very local thing. What do I mean by that? If you're listening to the national media, you're hearing, there's inventory everywhere and houses are selling. No, they're not selling. That may be true other places, but here in Central Florida, homes are still selling for record prices. That's if you have the right real estate team. That is the Nickley Group. On average, they get 6% more for their listings than their competitors. And even better, they sell those homes twice as fast as their competitors. And if you are a buyer and you're looking for that special home here in Central Florida, well, let me tell you, nobody has more listings that qualify and check all those boxes you're looking for than the Nickley Group. Yes, you will have one rep, but behind that rep, there is a team of people helping that person find everything you need to make sure your experience is the absolute best. 4,000 5-star reviews on Google. 4,500 plus homes sold, and their VIP program, also awesome. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, early access programs that get you into properties that haven't even hit the market yet. And if you don't want to deal with any of that, they have an option for you as well. Go to their website and get a guaranteed cash offer for your home today. No showings, no open houses. That deal that can close in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Greenway Kia is under new management with 3 convenient locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest inventories. We want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a hot new 2025 Kia K4 LXS. Lease it for $119 a month for 24 months with $36.25 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Click or visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes 650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, title, license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 7/15/25.
You know, I love to save money, and one of the ways I save on my electric bill is solar. I have solar panels on my roof. They produce electricity, and it cuts my electric bill down dramatically each and every month. I have saved thousands and thousands of dollars since investing in solar. You can as well with SolarSource.com. I'll tell you why right now is a great time, because do like I did. Take advantage of federal rebates. They may not be there forever. I got 30% off of my initial investment because of federal rebates on solar panels. You can take advantage of that as well, but act now. And when you do, go to SolarSource.com for everything solar in our community. They've been doing it for over 40 years with over 75,000 installs, and it's a name you can trust. It's SolarSource.com.
To everyone who believes a good meal can always be made even better, come try our new chicken sandwiches at Culver's.
We've taken our classic chicken sandwich and brought it to the next level. I'm talking bigger, juicier chicken with crispier, crunchier breading. And it's all served on a buttery brioche bun and topped with crisp dill pickles, creamy mayo, and fresh lettuce and tomato. Even better, you can make any sandwich your own with a few extra toppings. Throw on some real Wisconsin cheddar cheese, add thick-cut bacon, or both. We'll make it fresh just for you, just the way you like it. Whether you go for crispy, spicy crispy, or grilled chicken, you're sure to enjoy your first bite and every bite after that. So are you ready to try our tasty take on a tried and true classic? We've got a table waiting with your name on it. From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance company. And never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Focus on getting better and let us take care of everything else. Our experienced team will get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Mohammer, El Oso Palestino Tour.
Muhammad is the most popular name in the world, but I can't find one keychain with my name on it anywhere.
Friday, August 1st at Hard Rock Live Orlando. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Hey, Jimmy, talking about Mission Inn Golf Course, you brought it up yesterday. To me, that's an easy course. Plus, I mean, I worked out there for a little over a year, so I played golf about 5 days a week out there. So, I know it is a great course, so thanks a lot, guys.
You got it, buddy.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Duval.
Deborah Roberts. Keep my jumbo shrimp out your mouth. Don't be hating on my jumbo shrimp, Deb. Come on, man. We got season tickets, man. We go all the time. It's a blast. Also, I don't know why I get so tickled and laugh so hard. Every time Jimmy talks about catfish, it gets me every time, man.
That's why I did the story.
See you, buddy.
Good afternoon, Colbert crew.
Hey, buddy.
This is just a PSA for those on the Space Coast that may not be familiar with with catfish. They don't run into them that often. Got to watch out for them whiskers.
Oh,
They'll
God.
go right through your hand.
Yep.
That's why I did it.
The funny thing is that guy doesn't sound old enough to have even remembered that happening. So that means somebody passed that on to him. Somebody said, gather round. I've got a great story.
For years around the campfire, from father to son.
You guys know that dumbass on the radio?
Father to son.
That guy says he's from the country. Listen to what this somebody said.
Father to son.
Make one small error. Instead of saying fins, you say whiskers. And for 33 years, 33 decades, 3 decades.
I want everyone to know that that is specifically the reason why I included that story in today's JCS News. As soon as I saw the word catfish.
Can't thank you enough.
We're going to have some fun.
031. That's how you text us. If you'd also like to leave a talk back, you could do that as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that microphone you see there to send your comment over to Jack. I'm Jim. Deb is here along with Jack.
Yep.
And Jack, we do have some news regarding the poker tournament. Of course,
news.
It's the Real Radio charity poker tournament benefiting the Mustard Seed. All brought to you by justcallmo.com. A bunch of other wonderful sponsors are providing some cool stuff. We've been doing this for 18, 19 years. It has been a staple for Real Radio, bringing together a number of notables here in Central Florida to gather, play some poker, raise some money for charity, and we proudly have been doing that for many years. Yesterday, as we were kind of doing the show, we told people, hey, look, we only had 20 tickets, then we only had 19 tickets. We also urge people to get their tickets early because this is a sellout event. Regardless of what happens, it's going to sell out. Can you give us an update of where we are?
And each and every year, this has benefited the Mustard Seed of Central Florida. Our first one was in 2005. And the past 3 years, it has sold out more quickly than the year before. And 3 years ago, it took 3 days, and it was 2 days last year. And I'm happy to report that the tournament itself has sold out in just over 24 hours.
How crazy.
Wow, yay.
I mean, that's amazing news. It really is.
That locks in the players for our tournament, but if you still had hopes of going, there is still that opportunity. We call that a casino pass. It's a guest pass. It gives you access to the entire night of events except for the tournament itself, meaning the casino action, the blackjack, roulette,
food from Hard Rock.
The food from Hard Rock, access to the auctions, and the bars available there as well. It's a lot of fun. Plus, for those people who are a casino pass, what happens right before the final table, we will auction off a seat to sit at the final table. So that's a way for people who got bounced out early to re-enter the tournament if they wish, and you have that opportunity as well.
That's right.
Just stand by my chair.
And to be honest with you, last year when the tournament sold out, we started talking about these casino passes.
Yeah.
And when we got to the tournament that year, there are a lot of people going, man, this casino pass was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun because they don't play poker. They don't know what they're doing. They didn't want to get into a poker tournament and pay the money to get in there and really not have an idea of what they're doing. So they went to the casino pass. And I will tell you, there are many times that I've been at the poker table playing the tournament only to wish I was at the craps table during the casino because that thing would be going crazy.
And for the past however many years, the 19 years, 20 years since we've been doing this, I keep saying I will spend time at the craps table to learn how to play craps in a real life situation like this.
But then you end up at the...
I'm doing something. If I'm not in the tournament, I'm walking around, I'm eating, I'm talking to people, I'm bidding on stuff. I don't know. I never make it to craps.
The first thing I do every year is I go find all the alcoholics and bum their drink tickets. That's the first thing I do every year. I go to the known alcoholics. If you see me talking to somebody early, I'm just saying.
Shout out to Mills Air and Liam providing the free drinks, and big shout out to Stella. Stella Artois will be our beer of the night, and it's that mortgage guy Don Casino. Don has won the tournament back in 2019. When we took off for the pandemic a couple years. So
he took me out that year, by the way.
He took you out.
Yeah.
He won the tournament and then was the reigning champion. And then MJ, the co-host of his Saturday morning show, made the final table I think it was last year.
Yeah. I forget what year I won it. Just to flex real quick. Just had to say that.
Oh, because you never do that.
Yeah,
that's an odd moment around here when you flex over anything.
I forgot.
Yeah, we wait. Set our alarms.
What year was
When's
that, Jack?
he going to flex again?
Do you remember that, Jack?
It wasn't. It was when we were in the dinosaur room, so it would have to have...
I think it was 2016.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was like 16 or 17 or something like that.
Didn't you win it while we've been a show?
No, I don't think we. No. It was right before that, though.
Oh, hell no.
It was literally right before that. Yeah, I would never let Jack live that down ever. But Jack, it sucks for Jack though, because Jack can't really play. He plays, but he can't really play because he's got a lot of stuff going on.
He's like a bride and groom together. He is the bride and the groom, and this is his wedding day. And you're trying to say hello to all the guests that traveled from out of town.
Oh, by the way, I'll do the same thing I did last year. I will bring myriad boxes of cigars, and I will walk up to people for tables. The first thing I did last year is I went to Jack's table and I put a box of cigars, and whoever knocks that fool out gets this. It's like a $150 box of cigars. And all I know is about 20 minutes later, that dude was walking around handing out cigars. I was like, he's gone. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Let's take a little break. Animal House up next right here on the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic starting to slow down on the major roadways. There's some congestion eastbound before St. John's River Bridge. Traffic starting to pile up through the city there on I-4. You could expect your regular delays on I-4 through that Lake Buena Vista area. Traffic starting to pile up once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. The roadways are getting busy, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the Traffic Center on James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected when it matters most. Be prepared with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. With instant push-to-talk and LTE nationwide coverage, you can reach family and friends in any emergency. 100% private, no contracts, no hassle.
Stay safe. Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hey, guys, check this out. Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. It's a big deal because Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment. Now these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the absolute perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Plus, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every single day. Steel zero-turn mowers right now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Summertime means poker time, and your shot at Vegas. Get ready for the Real Radio Texas Hold'em Charity Poker Tournament presented by JustCallMo.com, benefiting the Mustard.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
What's up, fellas? Russ Rollins here. Get real testosterone prescribed by the doctors at Red Mountain Weight Loss. More men are suffering from low T than ever, thanks to stress, poor diet, and lifestyle. This is a serious health issue, but I'll tell you what, if you're feeling tired, you're feeling sluggish, you lose your mental focus all the time, if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you probably have low T. The solution is prescription strength testosterone, because nothing boosts testosterone like actual testosterone. Increasing your testosterone will give you more energy. I know. It'll help you build muscle mass. It'll help you sleep better. It improves your mental focus, and it'll boost your sex drive. It's a complete game changer. Testosterone also helps you lose and maintain your proper weight. So go to the trusted leader in health solutions for men and women, Red Mountain Weight Loss. Their experienced medical team has helped people optimize their hormones for over 30 years now, and now they can help you too. Book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today. Have low T? Start for free this month only at Red Mountain. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet? Just $116 a month. All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones. All certified diamonds, too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have until June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love with 0% financing store-wide for 5 years till 2030. International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com. On approved credit.
Future Health Weight Loss.
Get access to weight loss meds like Ozempic, Zepbound, and pill options if you don't like injections from FutureHealth.com. The meds eliminate hunger and cravings, while Future Health handles the rest. Best results, best price. All online with no insurance needed. Join those losing 10 pounds in their first month. Visit FutureHealth.com. Future without the E to start losing weight this week.
Future Health Weight Loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Eustace Roofing. New roof, no mess.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Okay, I just saw the Karen Reed decision as I'm watching it on TV. What a disgusting person is when she walks out and she's rocking out with her people like she's a rock star. Oh, come on. Like, have some dignity there. I mean, a man died, and you're going to rock out like that with your people? Like, what? And the cops are just looking at her going, oh, okay, come on, get out of here, get out of here.
Hey, Jimmy, I know it's been quite a few years, but I just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up that it is still not okay in the state of Florida to wear a pistol on your hip when you're out and about on the lakes and in nature. And I want Detective Barb to come after you again. Have a great show, guys.
Thanks,
Love
buddy.
you.
Appreciate that. I mean, did I say something that would lead you to believe that I was going to walk around like it was the Old West?
No. No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. All right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate that very much. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
Okay, Animal House is always brought to you generously by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. We're going to tell you how you can get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House. But now, please join me in welcoming one of the best animal rescuers on the planet, Lee Asher from the Asher House. Yay! I saw you say wow, but it's true, Lee. How you doing?
I didn't know you could hear me already. Wow, thank you. Yeah, that was
yeah.
I don't think I could. I'm so grateful for that introduction. I'm speechless now. That was so sweet. Thank you. And far from it, there are just so many amazing people in this community. But that is really nice of you to say, and it's such a pleasure to be back. Everybody, thanks for having me.
Well, thank you. And you're some of those happy stories we get to see online now, right? Those stories that show one animal at a time, you making a difference for a dog or a cat. I didn't know you had a love of cats until I saw a video earlier today of you being loved on by several felines.
Yeah, no, I'm actually right outside our little cat sanctuary here. I love cats very much. You don't see me with them as often because cats, they can mostly take care of themselves. I'm always with the dogs taking care of them.
And for people who don't know, the Asher House is a registered nonprofit sanctuary that advocates for welfare protection and the dignity of all animals. Lee is a social media superstar. I think, 12 to 15 million followers across all the platforms or something like that, Lee, these days?
12.1 and a half, but who's counting? I don't it's between that 12 to 15 million and growing. It's growing so fast, and it's so cool to see. Animal rescue for so many people can be like pretty dark. In fact, one of my favorite rescues that I work with in Idaho, I literally just 15 minutes before this, I saw a post for them, and they said they just posted their last photo and that they're closing. And there's just there's a lot of sadness in it and a lot of darkness, and to be able to have created such a cool community, so supportive with so much love and positivity, it's really just so remarkable. It really is what separates us from a lot. So I'm very grateful for our growth and for opportunities like this to be on this show and to talk about it. It means a lot to me.
And one of the reasons that Lee is calling us today is because he's going to be at the Hard Rock Live October 15th at 8 o'clock. That's a Wednesday. And what he does is he travels around the nation giving like inspirational speeches and kind of, moving people to a different level so they can be more aware of the of around them. Just being a better person, and of course making sure that they take care of the animals and all of the people around them as well. How long have you been doing this specifically, the motivational aspect of this, Lee?
2 years now, and I don't know if my speaking agent is listening, but this is going to be my last. This is going to be my last year doing it.
Oops. Wow.
For at least a year or two, this will be my last year. I give so much of myself on stage. It takes me to my childhood, which really just gets me to such a vulnerable place, and it takes so much out of me. I've loved being on tour and sharing a part of me that I don't share on social media. I think that's what makes it so special. I'm known to be the dog guy, but I really talk about, like I said, just growing up and what that was like. I grew up with severe learning disabilities. I have very bad ADHD, and I had to be in like special ed classes, and I really want people to know that no matter who you are or what you're doing with your life, as long as your intention is to do something good, pure, and beautiful that adds value to the world, as long as you don't give up and you work so hard, you're going to make it happen. And I think a lot of people just doubt themselves for so many reasons, and all those reasons should be why they should believe in themselves. And that's really what my talk is about.
Yeah, don't hide your light under a bushel basket, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It sounds like you didn't just make that up, but I've never heard it before.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't. No, but it's something I rely on.
Now, Lee, did you choose?
It's great.
Did you choose not to shave today to look more hunky? Because my God, dude, what are you doing with everybody? I mean, I look at you on this YouTube, and you travel around, save animals, and you look like that.
Yeah.
Is
that fair?
I had to trim up because it's so funny you say that. I just rescued. I haven't shown the video yet. You're gonna love this. I just rescued a parrot, a macaw, and I've been working diligently every day to build this bond because we found out it's a girl. We were told it's a boy. We found out she's very weary of men and all this. So I'm finally at this place where I can pick her up, but she will rip my beard out.
Oh,
ow!
So I said, I don't know how to train her not to do that. So I just shaved, and now it's fine.
The things we do for our pets.
Yeah.
Hey,
exactly.
Lee, I was wondering, Lee, if the struggles you had early on in life, right, the ADHD and the other issues, is that what kind of drew you to animals? That just automatic acceptance and love that they have? They don't care what our issues are.
100%. I would, because of me being in special ed classes. It's a great question. Thanks for asking that. I love talking about this. Being in these special ed classes, and I was really skinny and insecure. There was a lot of bullying, like a lot of bullying, to the point where there was a bullying incident. I had to switch schools, and before that, there was a day where I just couldn't take it anymore. I really couldn't. I was hating being at school. I hated being at home. To be honest, I really hated myself because I felt like I couldn't be loved or accepted. I didn't have a lot of friends. And I ran away from school. And that's how I wound up at my very first animal shelter. It was in Boca Raton, Florida, just a couple miles from the high school I was going to. It was, the middle school I was going to, and I found my place, my people, when I didn't know what an animal shelter was, and I asked the woman, "Why are all these dogs in jail?"
Oh.
And I'll never forget. She grabbed onto my hand, and she said, "Honey, these dogs aren't in jail. They're here because nobody wants them." And it was just this surreal feeling because that's how I had felt.
Right.
I literally was why I ran away was because I felt like nobody wanted me anywhere that I was. And I started going to that shelter every single day, and I would make these promises to them that one day I was going to save them and rescue them, to the point where I would write them these little notes.
Oh.
I would take these note cards from school and I would write them these notes. I would say, "I love you, I'm going to save you, and I'll be back, love, Lee." And one day I go to the animal shelter, and this woman who was always so nice to me, and the woman that I met on my first day, she looks really angry. And I said, "What did I do? Did I do something wrong?" And she says, "Come over here." And she pulls me into the back, and she says, "You need to stop writing these note cards to the dogs." I said, "I didn't write any note cards. It wasn't me." She said, "Can I curse on this show or no?"
No, God almighty, dude.
Okay, but I could say poop.
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. All right.
Yeah,
You see how I asked?
actually just did it.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So I actually just sounds so good. So she says, "You have to stop writing these note cards to the dogs." I said, "It wasn't me." She says, "Lee, we know it was you because they're pooping everywhere, and we're finding these note cards in their poop, and and it says 'Love Lee' in it. You signed your signature."
Talk about forensic evidence.
Seriously. So yeah, it really. That's why it's so important to be grateful for every struggle. Every struggle that we've had, every bad day, every traumatic experience. It is better for you than the good days. You learn more from your struggle than you do from the things that were great. There's those beautiful life lessons, and everything that I experienced has led me to my passion and even my intensity of feeling like the need to rescue every animal that I can.
Jack, I know you had a question.
Yeah, Lee, I was wondering, what's the current population of the sanctuary between all the animals in the breakdown? Because I know you have some exotic stuff in there as well. And then I was wondering, and how many of them are sleeping with you? And I believe it was your girlfriend at the time. I think you said you had
7 or 8 dogs.
Yeah, like a dozen dogs in the bed. Yeah.
It's more. Yeah, I mean, a lot's changed in a year. She's now my fiance. And
congratulations!
Yay!
Thank you, brother. Thank you all. There's one thing in that question that stood out to me that I just want to ask you. As far as exotic, I mean, the most exotic animal we have is it might be a cat. It might be an alpaca. So we don't have exotics. I just want to be clear there. I wish it would be awesome. I wish that we, and maybe down the road we could get into, having a sanctuary for exotic animals, but we're not there yet. But the number is vastly different now. We have anywhere between 150 to 200 dogs at a time, depending on the success of our adoptions. The majority of those dogs, unless they're in quarantine, will be sleep in the house with us, and anywhere between 20 to 30 of those dogs will sleep in the bed, and the rest sleep on the floor in our
You
room.
are so lucky.
Really?
We have a family mattress.
Oh.
We have a family mattress, so it's 2 king size beds, and we have, although we don't have, Sarah and I, my fiance Sarah, we don't have a baby yet. I'm sure we will one day, but we have baby gates around the family mattress. If ever we need alone time, we put our baby gates up, and the dogs wait. The dogs wait outside the gate. Yeah, they just wait there.
You have an
They,
audience.
they unfortunately they watch, they root for us.
Come on, baby. He didn't shave today. I don't think she's into him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think she's into him today. He didn't shave. We're talking to Lee Asher. He's going to be at Hard Rock Live October 15th. It's an 8 p.m. show. It's a Wednesday night. Tickets starting around $45. You can hop onto the website over there at Hard Rock Live and book your tickets for the show coming up in just a few months. Hey, I did want to ask you one quick question before we get out of here, Lee. With Tiger King and all the stuff that happened with Doc Antle and all the other people who are kind of dealing with animals, they got a lot of attention there at one point. Have you gotten any blowback for any of the stuff you're doing? Any of that at all?
Any what? Sorry.
Any blowback because of your
oh my
because
God.
of this?
So much. There are a lot of people out there that make it their full-time job to try to interfere with people doing good things, and it's really sad how people try to use their time, especially because there are a lot of Tiger Kings out there. There are a lot of people out there who really don't care about the animals whatsoever. And if people came together to actually work together to support the people who are doing good and stop the people who are doing bad, the rescue community wouldn't really have the terrible reputation that it does when it comes to the people involved in animal rescue. You're talking about a lot of, and I don't say this easily, but you're talking about a lot of mental illness. You're talking about a lot of people who much prefer the attention than to save a dog, and they'll do anything, including trying to tear other people down. And we receive a lot of blowback, but it really doesn't. It's like it's one of those things that we just kind of find humorous,
right?
It's and not in a way where we laugh, but it's pity. Like I genuinely pity those people. I couldn't imagine spending time trying to hurt someone that has done so good. Trying to hurt anyone at all, I couldn't envision investing time in that. So I just pity people like that, but especially that has done the amount of goodness that we have done. Like we have 75 and growing. I think we have 80 now. Amazing, hardworking team members and employees that keeps this place running. Everything is dedicated to the animals. When you have people like Tiger King or Doc or I saw that guy's page as well. I mean his documentary as well. You could see where their heart is.
Right.
It's about the money. It's about the fame, and it's really important to be able to separate the people who are sacrificing everything, everything in order to make a positive difference. And it doesn't come easy either way. But the hate has never bothered us. In fact, it just fuels us. Yeah. I love that we can use it as a way to just make us even stronger as a team and as a community. It actually, I know a lot of people are scared of the hate, but it actually helps you more than it hurts you. It makes your community stronger. It makes you stronger. A lot of people say they don't care about what people think until they see that a lot of people think about them.
Right.
You know? So
that's a good point.
Right.
It's easy to say I don't care what people think when not many people are talking about you, right? But when you see that there's a lot of people out there, there's a lot of self-growth and awareness, and it just makes you, not to sound whatever, I hope this sounds like, it makes you invincible.
Well,
you're like, man, I could survive any storm. Like you can get through, it shows you how strong and powerful you are, and it's a beautiful gift. And that's for anyone listening. You don't have to embrace the hate, but embrace the fact that you're a leader, and there's no leader whatsoever there's not going to be people trying to stop you. And that doesn't matter if you're a leader in animal rescue, the leader of a community, the leader of a business, a startup, no matter what. Once you are a leader, people want that spot and they don't deserve it, and they'll never be able to get there. And I think they could get there by tearing you down, but there's really nothing they could do.
Yeah, that's when you've got to be greater than the haters.
100. And you already are, because you're not one of them. Anything
Exactly.
that's not that is better than that person.
Well, if you want a chance to see Lee do this talk live, then you need to make sure to get your tickets to Hard Rock Live, October 15th, $45. Lee, is it true you also rescued a pig?
We have 15 pigs.
Damn, there isn't anything you won't rescue.
See, to me, that's exotic.
Yeah. That's funny.
That was so good, dude. That was a great joke.
He wasn't kidding, Lee. He wasn't
You're
kidding.
Not, you got a talk show for a reason. That was a good joke.
Look,
That
man,
was quick.
we cannot begin to thank you enough for breaking off some time for us today. Don't forget, Lee Asher, 8 o'clock, Hard Rock Live, October 15th. Grab your tickets today, starting at $45. They do have some tickets that are right up next to the stage that are a little bit more, but get more of this inspiration via Lee on October 15th.
And also, if you want to follow Lee, theasherhouse.com, you can see what he's up to there.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your show, guys. Thank you all
you.
so much for having me. Thank you for the good vibes. You're so needed in this world right now. Thank you for the good vibes.
buddy.
Oh, thank you so much for that, Lee. We really do appreciate it. For Lee Asher. Woohoo!
Thank you, guys.
Well, you know what they say, your vibe attracts your tribe.
That one I heard before.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite memes. Thank you, Lee.
It's true, too.
All right,
It
go grab
is.
yourself a shave, and we'll see you soon.
He's just jealous.
Get out of here with that, man.
I know, look at that
Oh,
face.
we got save pigs and everything. I look like this. Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
you know ladies only follow him because he's an animal lover.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know that.
Not because of those giant arms and that big old fat jaw of his just covered in beauty hair. Look at him. He's embarrassed by how good looking he is.
You're coming across as jealess.
Yeah, what? Am I, Jack? Am I?
We should do this show again right before I go on stage. I wouldn't be able to never feel better.
See you, buddy. Thanks again.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate
So much.
it.
You got it. And as always, Animal House is brought to you by Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, car, truck, motorcycle, even a slip and fall, here's just a couple of reasons why you should call Glenn. One, he doesn't pass you off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to personally handle your case, so much so he's going to give you his cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite. He truly is, though, an animal lover and a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, give him a call, 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMANlaw.com.
Thanks, Deb. Back in a sec with Scott Maxwell.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Sometimes I give too much. I'm sure people get sick of me. Moron on Facebook
I've
again.
heard that about Russ Rollins. He's a giver.
I am a giver.
Not a taker.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Multiple lanes are blocked due to an accident on State Road 408 westbound near Goldenrod Road. There's a crash getting cleared up on I-4 westbound before Maitland Boulevard, causing a bit of congestion there. You could expect your typical delays on I-4 through the city and through that amusement park area. Traffic's starting to slow down once you get off the ramp from Florida's Turnpike to I-75 northbound. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
What if I can guarantee the price of Bitcoin will be $1 million in 2030? Well, I can't, but I can guarantee you'll save a lot of money on blinds at my company, Blindster.com. Free samples, free shipping, and guaranteed to fit. Shop at Blindster.com today.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here, my friends over at Eustace Roofing. I'm going to do you a solid right now. Here's a solid for you right now. Stop looking through online. Don't Google search. I've got the roofer you need. You don't have to ask your friends or family or lean on friends at work. It's Eustace Roofing. These guys are the best out there. That way you can just kind of move forward, hire these guys, and get the roof you know that can protect your family through the summer, because that's what Eustace Roofing does and has been doing since 1959. You heard me right. 65 years right here in Orlando, providing the best service for roofs in the city. 4.9 Google rating, 1,000 reviews. They've been protecting homes for years. No interest financing is available, and it is Eustace Roofing, but they do serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts, manufacturing that right on site to fit your home perfectly. Call these guys today. Get that estimate and let these guys get you the roof of your dreams. Visit EustaceRoofing.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival
Presented by Capital One
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Future health, weight loss.
Want to lose 10 pounds by next month? You need to go to futurehealth.com for easy, fast, and affordable access to weight loss meds like Ozempic, Zepbound, and pill options if you don't like injections. A new report proves Future Health users get 58% better results than meds alone, and with fewer side effects. We know you'd rather lose 45 pounds easily and keep it off than only 30 pounds by yourself and gain it all back. The meds eliminate hunger and cravings, while Future Health handles the rest. Easy. Plus, the best part? You don't need insurance. It's all done online with their licensed clinicians and fast pharmacy deliveries. Take the 3-minute quiz at futurehealth.com, get approved, and start losing weight this week. Visit futurehealth.com. That's futurehealth.com. Future without the E.
Future health, weight loss.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Something is happening in Orlando. Orlando residents are buying and selling homes. They call it the Nickley effect. The Nickley Group, local market experts knowing real estate differently. If you've been thinking about it but not sure if now is the right time, talk to an expert. Let the Nickley Group help you explore all your options. The Nickley Group has all the solutions. The difference between daydreaming and opening the door to a new home is the Nickley Group. Nationally ranked, locally loved. Download a home buyer's guide for free today. Visit thenickley.com.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
If you're shopping for hurricane impact windows, make sure to get a free quote from Reese Windows and Doors. Hi, C-Lane here, and Reese has been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. At Reese, most windows are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks, and right now when you buy 2 windows, you get 1 free plus installation is included. For a free quote, you can visit reesewindows.com. That's reesewindows.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-414-7272. That's 800-414-7272. 800-414-7272.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Uh, 77031, that's how you text us. Send us a talk back, grab the iHeartRadio app, use that microphone at Real Radio to send us a comment. I'm Jim, there's Deb.
Hey.
Check is here as well.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday at 4:20 or so, we talk to this gentleman. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Give it up good and loud for our friend, Mr. Scott Maxwell.
Sweet heat. Hey. Truth Dragon.
There he is, TD in the house. Truth
TD.
Dragon. How's things, buddy?
Oh, it's good. You know, I was just listening to your last segment and thinking, like, it's all this upbeat, feel-good hunkiness with that guy, and then it's the wah-wah hour with Scott Maxwell.
Oh, Scotty Downer comes on.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I read
no, but things are going well. One of the things I'm
where,
like, if you
yeah, where are they going well?
Tell us where that is, buddy.
We want to go there.
Right.
Yeah, I lied.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to be more like your. I'm not going to get a gig at Hard Rock with puppies if I keep doing the shtick I've been doing for the past 25 years.
You certainly are not. And we shortchanged you like half your segment. The old hunky guy took all your time.
That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. I wanted to hear more of him and less of me. I'm serious.
Hey, man, I did read the column today, and of course we have a little breaking news that came out right before we came on the air regarding the baseball team coming out of Tampa. It looks like now there's Jacksonville has thrown their hat in the ring and are looking to attract the baseball team up to Jacksonville.
So we saw that. Now, there's sort of conflicting reports. It is a group out of Jacksonville, but there is some talk that says it's a group out of Jacksonville that wants to own it, but keep it in the Tampa Bay area. So I think this all fits together with sort of a storyline that I've been hearing out of Tampa for the past 6 months that says the team may be sold. And I even think there's a chance it's going to move, but I think there's a chance it moves and stays in Tampa Bay. Its location, as we have all discussed before, in St. Pete sucks. I mean, if you're trying to attract from this market, it's an extra hour, an hour and a half to get over there, and not good. And there was the mayor of Tampa proper, not St. Pete, actually floated the idea of putting it in Ybor City, which is right there in the heart of Tampa. I don't know what's going to happen, but it seems like something's afoot. It seems like Mother Nature, destroying the Tropicana field was almost like lining up things to change. So
maybe God even thought they were so bad they should move.
Yeah, and really, they've been. I mean, I remember Mike Thomas, my predecessor, writing a column about their fan base dwindling 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they're having a hard time even selling tickets to that small stadium they're in. They can't even fill that up. And it's I think it's fewer than 10,000 seats.
Yeah.
Now, I'm still not quite sure what to make of Orlando's effort. I mean, there's some real people with real money that are involved, but what they don't have is a real team.
Right, yeah, that's a problem. and I know they're about to make their pitch to the commission, so we'll see how that goes.
Well, and frankly, they're saying they're going to do everything, buy the team and pay for the stadium. That's music to my ears, but man, that's a boatload of money. And I'm a little skeptical of that, but if they can do it, God love them.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it is one of the cheapest sports franchises I've ever heard of. Like 1.6, I think, is what Jack said they were looking to get. That's a pretty low valuation for a Major League Baseball team. It really is, I thought.
I think that this group was talking about $3 billion all in for stadium and for team.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Consider the Yankees, I think, are worth like damn near $20 billion or $15 to $20 billion or something. Of course, I mean, they're one of the biggest sports franchises across the board in sports, but still, it just gives you a parameter of where they are.
Yeah, it just sounds like there's a lot, up in the air with Tampa, and it hadn't been good for a while.
I do want to do a few minutes on your column today. Again, I mean, it seems like another situation with Visit Orlando and what got voted down, something we thought that really had a legitimate chance to pass this year. Can you give me 2 minutes on what happened, 3 minutes?
Yeah, I'll give you 2. And then before we leave, I want to talk to you real quick about the Attorney General being held in contempt, because I did not have that on my bingo card for 2025. So basically we've talked about it a lot for many years. There are laws. Orange County collects $360 million a year in hotel taxes. That's a boatload of money. But there's state law that says we can't spend that money on things we need, whether it's roads or transit or cops or schools or anything else. And this year there was finally a move with support from Republicans to say, let's change the rules. If Orange County needs to, for instance, expand Sunrail from the airport down to the tourist corridor, it makes sense for hotel taxes to pay for that rather than you and me, rather than local residents paying for that. But somewhere in the final hours of negotiations, the proposal got killed. And the thing that I think is just so cowardly about these politicians is the way they kill these things. They will not take an up and down vote because they know they're on the wrong side of public opinion and public policy. Carlos Guillermo Smith, the Democrat from Orlando, he actually filed 3 bills. If you go back and look at them, not a one of them has an actual roll call vote.
Right.
And that's because they don't want it. So they just kill it. And basically that's the Senate president or the House Speaker who says, we are not bringing this to the floor. It's the same reason gun votes don't actually go on. Like we've talked about this before. There's differing opinions on guns, but there's pretty universal agreement that background checks are a solid thing and that high capacity magazines are not a good thing. Those votes never go to the floor because they don't want to have roll call votes. And that's what they did. Tourism got to them at the interest at the end, and they killed the bill. And so right now we're going to probably expand the convention center again, and Visit Orlando will get another $100 million, and local taxpayers will be stuck paying for all these other things.
Other than that, everything went great.
But before we wrap up,
Mrs. Lincoln?
It is amazing. It really is amazing. When I read the piece today, I mean, the fact that they're so cowardice, and I understand that both parties grab those lists and print them to let everybody know who voted where. But to do that behind the scenes and not put your name on that vote is so cowardly. Right. It is legit so cowardly. Is there any way to find that out? Can the Sentinel request that?
No, there's not. And it took me a while. I've been doing
that's
this
even
now.
Crazier.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 25 years, and it took me a while to I was like, I can't understand. Why can't I get a list? When I first created my column, it was called Taking Names. The whole idea was I believed voters, residents, citizens deserve to know the names of the people who are affecting their policy. And I was like, why can't I find out who these people are? And it's because they never take the votes. I shouldn't say never. They virtually never do on these tough issues because they don't want to be held accountable for it.
How
so
cowardly.
They kill it. Yeah, it is. It is cowardly. They won't stand up for it. So,
yeah. All right. So give me your other stuff. I want to hear this.
Yeah, but I mean, you may have seen this. It's not every state in America that has its attorney general being held in contempt of court for violating the law. And it's a little complicated, but basically Florida passed its own version of immigration with, a deportation policy, and an advocate immigrant group sued and said, you know what, your state can't be in charge of immigration policies. The feds do that. And the judge sided with the group. So our new attorney general, who is not elected, remember that, he was Ron DeSantis' 37-year-old chief of staff and campaign manager who got appointed attorney general. He originally responded to the judge by going, thank you for the ruling, judge. And he told all the police agencies, the judges said we can't enforce this policy. And then I guess he decided he thought he'd be cutesy. Right after he sent that letter, he sends another letter and he goes, technically the judge only said I can't enforce federal immigration policies. If all of you want to go out and play, pretend like you're Homeland Security and want to do it, you're free to do that. And the judge called in and said, what the hell are you doing? This was very clear. And so now she's holding him in contempt for court for violating order. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do, but you can't violate a federal judge's order. And one of the things that I think is interesting, so now they're going after her because she's an appointee of Barack Obama. But one of the things that I think they do not want you to know is that this ruling by her, he's already tried to challenge it, and it's been rejected. It's been rejected by an appellate court that included appointees of Donald Trump. And that's because judges in general do not think it's okay for you to ignore their rulings.
They make them for a reason.
Yeah. It's just a really weird, and we sort of talk about, you hear this term, whether it's fascism, authoritarianism, or dictatorship. I mean, I do sense that we're leaning more towards this lawlessness area where people are, well, you want to challenge me? You want to throw me in jail? That's what you're going to have to do, because I'm going to do what I want to do anyway.
Yeah,
and when that's your attorney general, that's a little strange.
And we see that at the federal level too here recently with a couple people who are, publicly elected officials being arrested or taken away. It's a very interesting environment we're in right now. Very, very interesting.
And similarly, I think right along that theme that you just mentioned, I think Donald Trump about a couple months ago was asked about due process, and I think his response was, "Well, I don't know if I believe in due process."
Yeah.
Well, it's not like the Tooth Fairy. It's a provision in the Constitution.
I'm not asking you to believe in it per se. I'm just letting you know it's there and it exists, and you're supposed to adhere to it. Yeah, for sure. All right, buddy. Always good seeing you guys. Give it up good and loud for Scott Maxwell. All right, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, read his words. Grab yourself a subscription to the OrlandoSentinel.com. We'll see you, buddy.
Take care.
You got it, man. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You text us at 77031, and we say it on the air. Sometimes we might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey everybody, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday evening forecast. Temperatures staying mild through the rest of the overnight tonight, only dropping down into the mid-70s. And as we take a look at the end of the work week for Thursday, seeing those afternoon scattered showers and thunderstorms, more of those widespread storms on tap through your Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Temperatures, though, it's going to be hot, and it's not even the official start of summer yet. Highs through the end of the work week throughout the mid-90s. The official start of summer actually happens on Friday night.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here from my friends at Rebath. These guys are awesome. 436 in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. That's where you'll find their showroom. Let me tell you, when you slide in there and you see those models, you are going to be very impressed. Now, those models are just there to show you their products configured into different bathroom ideas, and that's what these guys really excel in. Not only do they have a catalog full of beautiful products, multiple choices of toilets and tubs and sinks, cabinetry, lighting, tile, it's all right there. They even have a design team to help you with your space and your ideas, bring those to life. Even better, they do this in 4 to 6 days, not weeks or months. They do it with their employees. That means no subcontractors, the same team doing the job until the job is done. They give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Let me tell you, they're awesome. And when you get these guys in your house to get you a quote, you will know you've hired the right people because they know what they're doing. Not to mention, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, 10% off your bathroom remodeling job. These guys are there for one thing only. That's to provide you with the bathroom of your dreams, and they can do it. Log on to their website, look at those before and afters, then book your appointment. And don't forget to mention the Jim Colbert Show for 10% off. It's rebath.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Your favorite artists?
In your library.
Your favorite songs?
In your playlist.
But your favorite morning show?
They make me laugh every day. Or your favorite team in action.
Oh my goodness, he caught it!
or your live local news, traffic, and weather?
Implications from coast to coast.
Yep, there's an app for all that too.
iHeartRadio.
We're not just streaming music, we're streaming moments.
Everyone wants to be here.
Join the millions of Americans.
And add us to your entertainment lineup now. Download the #1 app for radio.
The free iHeartRadio app.
When it comes to running a business, you need the right tools and supplies. That's where Tools Ace Hardware comes right in. Big or small, Tools Ace Hardware has everything your business needs, from everyday paper goods to powerful steel equipment and everything in between. Need it fast? Tools offers free local delivery straight to your door. And with pricing tailored to your business, you'll save time and money. With 14 convenient locations, you're never far from a Tools Ace Hardware store. Or visit us online at toolsacehardware.com and start saving today. Tools Ace, the business place.
NASCAR and Prime is gearing up for the Tricky Triangle at Pocono.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for.
After 5 decades of racing tradition, it's clear that strategy is king at Pocono.
Finally, some separation between first, second, and third.
3 legendary turns, 3 unique approaches.
Wow, that's close.
Who will tame the triangle this year? Don't miss the Cup Series at Pocono, streaming Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. NASCAR, it's on Prime.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but it's also hard to deal with a cough that won't go away and thinking it's lung cancer, or feeling your heart race after a walk and wondering if it's a heart attack, or telling your family you may not be around to see your next birthday.
Quitting tobacco is hard, but the consequences are even harder. Tobacco-Free Florida has free resources to help you stay smoke-free. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine patches, gum, or lozenges. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Big news for drivers. Presets have landed on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with iHeartRadio. Access your favorite stations, podcasts, and playlists instantly right from your dashboard. Try the free iHeartRadio app on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and take those presets for a spin.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Real Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana? Shedding a little light on this thing. I'm an avid surf fisherman, and summertime we get a southeast wind pattern that kicks in. Water gets dirty, stays dirty a lot. Catfish beats other fish to the bait because other fish are sight feeders. Now, the beach renourishment, that with wave activity pulls a lot of the sand off the beach that they renourish with, fills in the troughs, and you end up having a flat ocean bottom. And so when you get that sand that comes off the beach with wave activity, it also fills in those troughs, which don't really create a good environment for predatory fish. Hence the catfish, which are already out there. But that's been the report. We've had some real dirty water lately. Just brought us catching catfish everywhere.
Yeah.
The whiting are super good, though. Just as good as snapper. And that's great fishing over here. Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Aloha.
So,
That's the Brevard Fish Report.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 30 seconds or less, I'll mind you.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show right here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
Jack is as well.
Sure.
If you haven't heard, the poker tournament is sold out. That does not stop you from buying a casino pass, however.
Yep.
realradio.fm/poker. Go grab those. And again, that's a finite number as well, right?
Correct. Yeah, and we say probably, I can look officially, but I would say last time I checked, probably about 25 left of those.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah.
Even with those?
Yeah. We get maximum capacity when you think about how many people are there.
I don't ever remember us getting that close on the casino passes, dude. Is that really that? That's insane.
Well, we've never had to limit it before. Like I said a number,
Wow.
and we passed it last year, and so we went up a little more. But there's a certain amount of food we have
Right.
from the
I
Hard
mean,
Rock. We want to make sure everyone gets food.
I
and-
get it, but I mean, I don't remember it. Again, this is not a complaint. I mean, obviously, this is great news for us, but I don't remember the casino passes ever kind of being a threat of selling out. You know, that was one of the
haven't been.
That was one of the things where you could, if you didn't make it into the poker tournament, there was still some reprieve because you could buy yourself a casino pass, still get into the event and enjoy yourself. But only a few of those left as well.
Yeah, I'll give you an official
Yeah,
number.
that's
too.
cool. And those are like $55 or something.
We did 60.
$60 for
Yeah.
those. Yeah. And again, that gets you access to everything except the poker tournament. I mean, that's basically that. You're buying into, but you're not getting the poker tournament, and that's it. You get access to the drawings, to the raffles, to the food, to all the casino games, all that stuff. Jack will get this number in just 1 second.
Okay, there's 32 left.
Okay, 32 tickets.
32 left for casino
that's it.
passes.
So
And we have
theoretically, every
2
ticket we
months to
have,
sell them.
every ticket we have could be gone by this weekend. That's just insane.
Could be gone by the end of the day.
That's so crazy.
The casino passes usually don't sell as fast, but they should be there for a little bit. But if you're listening and this is something you want to do, I would definitely make the decision, commit to it, and get the pass because I hate to see people who want to go and then just wait until then it's sold out and then they're
because everybody
out of
always
luck.
thinks, well, they're not going to sell out. There'll always be a couple left. I mean, it's not necessarily the case all the time, and it looks like this year may be one of those cases.
It's not open ended. There's a limited amount of space and food and the drinks. We have to plan for all of that, so we kind of have to have a cap on persons, and that's
Very nice.
That's why we have that limit.
Let me ask you guys, where do you get most of your visual entertainment? Where do you get most of that? Your visual and stuff you watch, where do you get that from?
For me, I would say, and I have to be in a majority or at least in an older demo here, and I would say television.
So you still get it from network television?
Yes, yeah.
How about you, Deborah?
Social media.
Yeah.
Social media?
Network or streaming. Yeah.
Network
Yeah.
or streaming, that would be my second, but I spend the majority of my time on Instagram Reels.
But I asked the network thing for a reason. Now, I know that with streaming programs now and packages like Hulu and other packages, you can still get your local programming, and that's kind of normal now. Yeah, like we talked about yesterday, for the first time in American history, more people get their news from apps and shows like Joe Rogan than they do from places like Reuters or the AP or any other,
Knight Ridder,
normal media outlet, right? Legacy media outlet, right? Normal is a weird word to use there. On the heels of that news today, for the first time ever in the history of the U.S., more people get their entertainment via streaming than television or cable. So, your cable TV, that model, and the idea of getting it from network television, now streaming has surpassed that. So now streaming is the number one way that Americans get their information or their entertainment.
Like Netflix, right?
Yeah, Netflix, things in there,
So for me,
Prime, whatever.
To me, that's television.
Yeah,
you
I
have
know,
a smart TV, so I have my live channels, and then I also have Netflix.
Yeah, but Netflix is streaming. That's for sure
I know.
streaming.
So, so for me, but when I say the majority of my entertainment is television, for me, that includes streaming because I am watching it on my television.
I understand.
Yeah.
When I say the word TV, it's so weird. This
network.
This generational stuff is so crazy. When I hear TV, I think the four major news channels, the four major channels. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. That's what I'm talking about. That's like that to me. That's TV because that's over-the-air television where you don't have to have a subscription or anything to watch that. You can just put an antenna up, get that for free.
Yeah, I watch that very little. Maybe some local news, like in the morning. I'll check out the news programs. CBS Sunday Morning, 60 Minutes, and then maybe when sporting events are on the networks.
Man, network TV has no chance against streaming. No chance, because the content can really get out there and streaming, and on network television they still have to abide by FCC rules. Netflix, Amazon Prime, Peacock, they don't have to do any of that. So you can see curse words, partial nudity, shows like White Lotus. That doesn't exist on network TV.
Yeah, but I mean, HBO's been a thing since the 70s.
Yeah.
But it was only late 90s, 99, Sopranos comes out.
Episodic television.
That really flipped the game for the small screen, but being a cool place for actors and shows to be developed.
And then Netflix kind of bent the rules by starting their own content, because Netflix as a rule was just, a purveyor of movies that you've already seen, just where you could watch it in your home.
House of Cards.
Yeah. Then they created House of Cards, and much like HBO, and they started creating their own content, they changed their platform completely as well, because HBO, again, was just basically you logged in and watched movies.
Yeah.
There was no other way to do that. But as of right now, streaming has basically taken. I mean, look, can I tell you? I can't even believe it's taken this long. But cable TV. I don't even. Do you know anybody that has cable?
I would have guessed you.
Yeah, I do not have cable.
Okay,
I haven't had cable for years.
Yeah,
I mean, we haven't had cable since the Baldwin Park House. It's been maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, I think some people get it because of. It might be their apartment complex, or
their internet,
their development, and wanting it just for the internet, and then it's like, $20 a month, I could get all the channels and this and that. So I think some people might still. I mean, we have it right here.
Yeah. I know that some rental companies, like these companies that come in and buy a bunch of houses and set up a corporation, when you rent from them, their packages come with the rent.
Yeah,
like you don't have an option. You have to take their entertainment package as part of your package.
I finished 4 seasons last night.
Did you really?
Yes.
Good.
Did you watch that?
I did not yet.
Oh, I thought you started that.
4 seasons. Oh, yes, I did. Yes.
You.
I have to remember what it is, dude. You got to remember. I got to remember what you're talking about.
Remember
you watch a lot of stuff. I do not watch a lot of stuff.
Remember, like a piece of Swiss cheese. We just hit one of the holes in the Swiss cheese of Jim's memory.
Yeah, trust me when I tell you. And there are a bunch of them. You can see one from one of the others. All right, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. 770-312. Text us. I do want to go over. Let me see what I'm going to get coming up next. Oh, so here's the deal. This is fun, right? We'll have some fun today. There was a thing on Reddit today that I found very interesting. It said, what is the American equivalent to doing this to food as this would be to an Italian person? Do you understand what I'm saying there?
I think I do.
All right. So what they use is they use an Italian family and something that would happen in the kitchen that would drive an Italian person completely crazy. I'll tell you what that is, and then we have to find the American equivalent to that, and we'll do that next.
The all-new and improved iHeartRadio app is now available with all new features. Download it for free and make Real Radio 104.1 your number one preset for a chance to win cool stuff at Real Radio events.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The roadways are getting busy, and so are emergency crews. There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 408 westbound near Goldenrod Road. The left lane's blocked there. There's slowdowns through the city on I-4 westbound. Traffic's piling up on the ramp from I-4 to State Road 408. There's slowdowns on I-4 through that World Drive area, and congestion on Florida's Turnpike southbound between Oakland Exchange and Hancock Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Need new blinds? At Blindster.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction, free samples, and free shipping. At Blindster, we take the fear out of ordering custom blinds, shades, and shutters so you can do it yourself and save big. Blindster.com.
That mortgage guy, Don, also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans, too. And if you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then today's your lucky day, because that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Want to buy a business or franchise? That mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
taking over the helm of NBC Nightly News, a 75-year-old broadcast. It's a great responsibility. Good evening. I'm Tom Yamas. You have to go out there to bring people at home closer to the story. Wildfires continue to be a threat. With that massive hurricane comes the massive response. The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth. For NBC News, I'm Tom Yamas. That's what we do every night.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Do you know a teacher that desperately needs a vacation? Well, I'm here to help. I'm attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'm giving one lucky teacher a free cruise. All you have to do is nominate them at justcallmo.com/cruise. That's justcallmo.com/cruise.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. And now we're standing with you with Employee Pricing Plus. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer for details today and join the family. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. Ends 6/30/25. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Ray Tremley here. Divorce can feel like a minefield. Talk to TK Law before making big decisions. We can protect what matters most. Call TK Law today for a smarter, more secure future. OneFirmForLife.com.
Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets has already paid out over $10 million in bonus bets. Are you missing out? Play today for just $1. Thousands of people have won bonus bets all across Florida with bonus bet wins as big as $350. Download the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app today. Plus, new players bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G when you switch to the 5G Unlimited or 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Tight on cash, say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic Quarter Pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Most impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks. Visit ReeseWindows.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Colbert Show, this is Big Daddy Dave, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Right on.
I'm not Italian, but I've been there a few times, and I bet that if you rinse the noodles, that would drive them crazy.
That's
Big Daddy Dave out.
Thanks, buddy. Good hearing from you. Finally, you picked up the phone and called us, buddy.
We were waiting for you, Big Daddy Dave.
We were just talking about it before the show today. Man, I hope Big Daddy Dave calls for his first time ever. He did come through. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Hope you had a really good day at work on this wonderful Wednesday out there. A little warm, of course. Turn us up. We got you all the way to your driveway. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Mm-hmm. He was close, not quite rinsing the pasta, but of course, if you go online, there are a couple Instagram Reels guys out there that are doing these things. And one of the things they do is, this is where I saw this originally and then read about it today on Reddit.
For me, it was an Instagram reel.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
And it's a guy, and he's married. It's a woman who's married to an Italian guy. And I mean, this dude is Italian, right? With an A.
Yeah.
Italian, right? And the whole thing is, right before she cooks pasta, like she's going to cook him pasta, she breaks the pasta in half. And
he loses his mind.
When she does it, you would think that she dropped their baby out of the window. That's what it seems like. I mean, this guy's face goes white. He cannot believe it's happening. It's like her boyfriend walked in or something. It's crazy. He's like, no, and runs over to the pot and grabs her hand and like, it
what
really,
are you doing?
What are you doing? You know, the whole 9 yards. And I was wondering after I saw that, what is the American equivalent to that? Now you got to remember, there are some things. There's no question. You know, I think if I'm in a nice steak restaurant,
I was going to say ketchup on steak.
If I'm in, I think that may be one of the best ones of all time, because if I'm in a restaurant and my wife does this, my wife likes ketchup on her steak. No other way to say it. I'm look, it's just one of those things. And I will cook her a beautiful steak, and I will not put the ketchup out. And there's that filet sitting there, cooked perfectly with a nice some butter poached asparagus, some nice potatoes. And she walks to the fridge, and I'll get her to go, don't do it. Don't you do it. I know what you're doing. Don't do it. Don't you dare go in that fridge and grab that ketchup. And she will laugh at me and open the door as if a cat that's standing on the edge of a table and he's just pushing your drink off while looking you dead in the eye. That's exactly the feel I get. And she does not care one bit. She's going to dip that steak in ketchup because that's what she likes. Now, to me, that is a sacrilege. You can do it at home. You do it in a restaurant, you may get thrown out.
Or you're going to throw your body at them.
But you know what? Every kind of culture has their own. Like in the South, there are certain things that you don't do.
Like what?
You know, I was trying to think of one.
Because we talked, isn't there something about your wasabi?
Well,
when you eat at a sushi restaurant?
That's right. So, yeah, that's right. That's one of, so Americans, as a rule, like to get their soy sauce and then bust up their wasabi in their soy sauce. So rather than just putting the wasabi on by itself and then dipping the sushi in the soy sauce separately, which is what you're supposed to do, you know, Americans, including your boy
and me,
will put a giant clump of wasabi in my soy sauce and make this slurry of death that I can dip my sushi into. That's a major no-no.
Even I don't do that.
To people.
What a bunch of rubes.
You don't eat sushi?
No, I love sushi. I love it.
And you put the wasabi on normal?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Well, yeah, a little dash. Use my chopsticks, get a little bit on the...
Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
I couldn't change direction on words fast enough. And I was talking about that explosion of wasabi in your mouth, and the word started with an F.
And it wasn't fun.
Wow.
First time ever. I've not heard.
Now you know why my butt clenches up every time one of the keywords during our cash contest is fun, and Jack starts off with fun. F-U. No!
The texting service is checking in on this.
Are they?
And look, they hit one that you brought up earlier. And I think this has become kind of a cultural divide. And, of course, that's pineapple on pizza. But I think that's kind of beyond the pale now. I don't think that really applies anymore.
It's not. See, I love pizza, and I love plain pizza. But I will eat pizza with ham and pineapple
Same
on
here.
it. Yeah, it's different. I don't dislike it, though.
And here's the great thing. You know what you can say? I know this is non-traditional.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
How about this? I have never heard this. Of course, this is not how I eat mine, but sugar on grits, not in the South.
So
just salt and butter.
So I always
you
heard,
about to admit
no,
something?
I would never in a million years put sugar on grits. That is, if I saw that happen again, I would ask them where they're from. Like, where are you from? And I mean planet. Like, not state, like, but for cream of wheat.
Oh, that's different.
If you eat cream of wheat, you can put sugar on cream of wheat or brown sugar or whatever.
Somebody also said beans and chili.
Yeah, again, I think that's just kind of I think that's almost where you're from in America, where that is.
Can't have a chili without beans.
The one that did come in a minute ago is one that's been a fiery conversation for a long time now. They said a different condiment, and that's not even a thing. But I know people who will not talk to you for a day if they see you putting ketchup on a hot dog. Because hot dogs are sausages, and that belongs mustard only. Somebody said something putting mayo on a hot dog.
Yeah, mayo on a hot dog I get, but I'm not from Chicago, so screw you guys. I'm putting ketchup and mustard on my hot dog. I'll tell you what you can do with your bratwurst.
Right.
You like that? You want me to tell you to do with your brat?
It doesn't have anything to do with ketchup or mustard?
It's strange how ketchup on the hot dog is perfectly okay
At
if
a
you are
ballpark?
under 15 years old, right? But supposedly, in adulthood, you're not supposed to do that anymore. And I don't. However, I always will put ketchup on a hamburger, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's a standard way to have it. Ketchup, mustard on a hamburger. Ketchup, mustard,
ketchup
onion, pickle.
and mustard.
That's right.
See?
So I did that, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's like McDonald's.
Yeah, that's that's the standard hookup for for a
Ketchup
hamburger
and mustard.
That's right. Ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomato, what? Onion, pickle.
Someone said cinnamon on grits. Even Jack did that sound, and he's from Jersey.
I don't eat grits.
You don't eat grits?
No, that's a South thing.
Oh, I thought grits.
He won't
I
eat grits
thought
because
grits-
he doesn't eat cottage cheese.
Oh,
And I'm sure it's similar
Oh,
to
I love cottage cheese. You put that little bit of that everything bagel and cottage cheese.
One of my favorite things
come
is
on, man.
watching him react to this. It's
It's the idea of cottage cheese really freaks me out.
What did I? Oh, I
I
used
did
to
everything
think
bagel today.
being. Oh,
Right.
see, that's so good.
Oh.
Being from Wisconsin, I thought grits were chitlins.
Yeah, no, they are not. That is really far away.
Really far away.
Let me tell you, not even in the same world.
Not even in the same animal or plant. Because up north, we would have called grits hominy.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
That's what we called grits up north, is hominy.
Now, I have to ask you, because you are a Wisconsinite.
Yeah,
Is that it? All right.
yeah.
This is another one that used to drive me crazy. And I had a friend back when I was a kid, and he did this. He would fill up a glass of ice, and I would think he's getting a Pepsi, maybe some water or some sweet tea.
If you say milk.
And he pours milk over ice as if it's like a soda. And I looked at him. I said, "Did you just grow a horn?"
Right.
Because that's what it seemed like.
But you are the guy who always, when you talk about drinking milk, you
Jack.
talk about
Ice cold.
I put
Yeah,
it,
but
I,
that's
I
in
put
the-
it. I put it in the freezer
Yeah.
and then put my glass in the freezer as if I'm getting a beer in it.
So what's wrong with it if
it makes
you
it
just put
watery.
ice?
Because it makes it watery.
When the ice melts, it gets watery.
But then it makes it look like
And it's
milk
also-
spit, and it's all watery.
Also, if you put ice in your wine,
Now that's Southern redneck right there.
Yeah,
There's
that's right,
nothing
right.
wrong with putting a little ice cube in
no,
your
there's
wine.
something wrong with it. You just want to do it.
Yeah, no, you do it if
You
it
do
makes
it.
it drinkable.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
exactly.
Wine sucks.
There is a law though in Florida though. Oh, you son of a bitch!
I hate wine. I tried to
One
like it.
FU and this guy's all
There-
crazy.
I tried to like wine.
There
I
is
cannot do it.
There is a law in Florida. I don't know if you've heard it though. If you do drink wine with ice in it in Florida, you have to be wearing a rebel flag bikini.
Well, of course, or sitting on the tailgate. Oh, you
Deal.
can't do that.
Two different
Jimmy.
flip flops.
Jimmy can't be bougie with his redneck wine. He has no tailgate to sit
I think it's so
on.
sit in the back of my truck. It's only got paint and stuff back there and a bunch of old car parts. It's fine.
Yeah, so I've heard of Scrapple and wouldn't eat that if you had $1 million sitting
Scrapple's
underneath
just
it.
like head cheese without
it's
the
just
gelatinous stuff. I've had Scrapple before. It wasn't that bad at all.
I mean,
And then
kudos
somebody
to
told me
using
what it
all the
was.
animal.
Somebody told me what it was. I started bleeding out of my eyes. I'm like, what did I just eat? I said, it was so good. It kind of was like a flat beef jerky with pork.
Somebody said mustard on mac and cheese.
I've not heard of that one. My wife eats mustard on eggs, and I can't even watch it.
Is that better or worse than ketchup on eggs?
Ketchup on
Ketchup
eggs is a good
fine.
time.
Like
Yeah,
hot
that's a good
sauce on
time.
eggs is
Well,
completely
that's hot
fine.
sauce,
I
so-
know, but it's similar. Not really.
They're both almost red. One sweet and one spicy. But they're exactly the same.
Yeah, Jack, come on. Is there anything in like with Mexican food that is like one of those no-nos like that?
I'm sure everything we do here in the States.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pretty much. That, I mean, ask a native person from China what they think of our version of Chinese food.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, the egg roll's not even Chinese. The egg roll was invented in New York. It's not even a Chinese product.
putting the biscuit face down with sausage and gravy biscuit. Oh, yeah, because that's the whole point. You want to get the fluffy part with the gravy on it, not the top of the biscuit.
I always rip that thing in half and then turn both sides up. I want the crusty up.
Oh, you want the
and I don't pour my sausage over my biscuits. I dip because I don't want the biscuit to get gummy.
I don't know, Southerners. What does that sound? Does that sound like someone from Palatka?
Yeah.
Someone heard of people doing sandwiches of banana and mayo.
No, bananas and peanut butter is good. I mean, that's a stereotypical Elvis thing. And when you grill them, it's even better.
Hubby puts mustard on leftover pizza and drinks with milk.
Yeah. Somebody said just cooking a really good quality steak on a gas grill should be illegal. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I mean, if you're going to buy a really nice piece of meat, maybe cook it over some wood. I mean, maybe on an egg over some nice charcoal to get the extra flavor.
Oh, shut up, people.
That's from the guy who says the F word on the air.
I know.
That's from the program director who's supposed to know the rules who says the F word on the air.
You're lucky I watched my
You're
mouth
lucky.
on that one.
I'm not lucky. You're lucky.
I hit the button. I dumped myself. Anyway.
The first thing we do is when the word comes out is I look at that blue button right there. I'm like, who's pushing it? Who's pushing it? Who's pushing it? There it is. It's pushed.
Yeah.
Now we keep our jobs.
Jimmy has one button. I have
15.
10 in front of me, and I have to figure out which one it is.
Now, it's still the same color, though, right? Oh, because
mine is blue. Yeah.
Okay, because it is a moment where you sit and watch. It's a volley.
Yeah.
I'll look at Jim. I'll look at Jack. I'll look at Jim. I'll look at Jack. I'll look at Jim. I'll look at Jack. Somebody push the button.
It's like career pickleball.
And after I hit it, I always look over my shoulder to see how many, because we have a dump, and when you hit it once, you use half of the dump. If we both hit it, then it uses all the dump, and that means we have no safety net.
Oh,
yeah, we're done.
No.
I did want to end this up with this because I will tell you, I'll give you one that started out as a scourge in Italian restaurants, but they have come around. And back in the day, if you requested this, you would literally get mad mugged by everybody that worked in the restaurant. Nowadays, commonplace. What do you think that is in Italian restaurants?
Oh,
Parmesan cheese.
No,
the shaking kind.
If you ordered it, if you asked for it, or if you did it.
So if you ordered an Italian food and then you ordered this on top of that to go with it, back in the day you would get the mad mite, you get the evil eye. Now it's just commonplace, and they don't say a word about it anymore because it's so common. It's become a thing now. Ranch dressing to dip your pizza in.
Oh.
Back in the day, if you would go into an Italian restaurant and you ordered a pizza and then ordered ranch dressing, they would overhand throw it at you as you ran out the door. Now, if you ask for it, they don't even flinch because Americans have fallen in love with dipping pizza into ranch dressing.
No, we have fallen in love with dipping everything into ranch
I've
dressing.
never done it.
Oh, it's delicious.
It grosses me out.
Oh, my God, Jack, it's so good.
I think it was a chain that started it by including ranch dressing with a pizza.
Was it Papa John's? Because they did the...
I think it might have been
that
them.
they have the
garlic
butter.
sauce. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because you dip your rinds in there, right? Your pizza rinds, your pizza bones.
I think it's gross.
Can we make you try
My
it?
pizza does not even need to be in the same world as ranch dressing. I don't understand. That's salad.
He's about to curse again. I can feel it.
I know. Jack,
He's
Why would I put
winding
a
up.
salad? I'm not putting
Here
a
it comes.
salad on my pizza.
Here it
The
comes.
dump button hasn't healed yet.
Here it comes. Hey, dump button, point to where he hurt you.
What is wrong with you people?
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Stay put. We'll be right back.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Hot take, don't love key lime pie.
No!
Delicious.
I would prefer cheesecake. Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Lumpy ass cheesecake? No, you want like a cold.
Where are
key
you
lime
getting
pie.
your cheesecakes that they're lumpy?
Lumpy Cheesecake Factory.
News junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways have been reduced to one lane due to an accident on the Greenway northbound before Airport Boulevard, exit 50 there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. There's a crash getting cleared up on State Road 408 westbound near Goldenrod Road. The left lane's blocked there. Traffic starting to slow down on I-4 westbound through that World Drive area. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
If you want to destroy woke culture and you like good old-fashioned stories, then you'll love Red Pilled America, the common sense storytelling show that aligns with your values. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Everybody, Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers, right? Everybody knows Steel, already recognized one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they offer the best in zero-turn mowers. That's right, from homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Plus, you can get 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service or repair your Steel equipment. It's Steel zero-turn mowers now available at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there
for a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
The Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. That's Mike the Home Builder, and he does more than roofs or doors or windows. Now it's bathrooms as well. And if you want to see for yourself, you go to hbnusa.com, but you can also visit him in his new Home Builders Network showroom in Altamont Springs on the corner of 436 and 434 there. I went there because I am getting a new bathroom, and Mike the Home Builder and the Home Builders Network are doing it. Again, you can connect with them at hbnusa.com. Whether it's your roof, windows, doors, now bathrooms, go to hbnusa.com.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
See website for details. BillsHappen.com is not a lender. It does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, everything is so expensive, and our bills are piling up.
You're telling me credit cards are maxed out, rent is due, and the car payment's right around the corner? We need some extra cash.
We should do what my friend from work did. She went to BillsHappen.com and got the money she needed the next day.
Our credit is not great. Are you sure that would work for us?
BillsHappen.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
Sounds like it's going to be a hassle.
My friend said it was super easy. She did it right from her phone during her lunch break.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. BillsHappen.com's lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Guess what? I went to BillsHappen.com, and we're getting our money tomorrow.
Wow, that's fast. Problem solved.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hello, I need a new electrical outlet.
We are learning about pickleball today.
Okay.
Isn't that a funny name?
What about my electrical?
Pickleball.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Oh, it's like miniature tennis.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work in your home, you need a trustworthy electrician who can clearly explain how to solve any dilemma. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Rebath.com.
Tight on cash? Say less. McDonald's under $4 McValue menu comes through. Indulging your sweet tooth or craving something savory? Tired of the same old, same old? Pick from your favorites like a creamy vanilla cone for $1.50 or a small frappe like rich caramel or chocolatey mocha for just $3.50. Quick snack breaks to late night cravings and everything in between. Mickey D's comes through. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
It doesn't matter where in the world you are, when you eat McDonald's fries, you're home. Day or night, rain, shine, good day or bad, there's something about golden, crispy, medium fries that feels like everything is going to be okay. And now I can get them for free when I spend $1 on any order in the McDonald's app. A deal so good, might as well pair with a classic quarter pounder with cheese or the iconic Big Mac. Get a little taste of home with Mickey D's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid through 7/31/25 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a week. Must opt into rewards. Excludes tax.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Divorce is tough, but you don't have to go at it alone. Imagine building a team not to fight, but to win. 90% of divorce cases settle without a judge. At TK Law, our collaborative approach means you and your spouse work with lawyers, financial professionals, and mental health professionals to resolve issues with dignity and privacy. No court battles, just solutions. To protect your future, contact TK Law. We will help you navigate your divorce so you stay in control. OneFirmForLife.com.
iHeartRadio's got you covered for the summer. Sail on with commercial-free weekends on Yacht Rock Radio. Roll down the windows for road trips with summer playlists like Summer Classics. Or just escape into a podcast. Your summer soundtrack is already in your pocket with the free iHeartRadio app. Find your next summer preset now.
Are you shopping for hurricane impact windows? Get your free quote now, reeswindows.com.
This part of the show, the Jim Colbert Show on Demand, available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Move aside and let the man go through. Let the man go through.
Still to come, we find out what's in the good sauce with Ross Padgett. Today at 6 on the Jim Colbert Show.
What's up, Colbert Show? BDM bread. Yeah, when it comes to the wasabi and sushi and stuff, I do put a big glob inside my soy sauce, but I also put some on top and then dip it into the soy sauce.
That rooster.
Wasabi slurry. Ooh. It's the greatest. Love the show, guys.
Thanks,
Take
buddy.
care. See you.
No, I'm definitely with Jack. Wine, that's a whole different thing. I've tried. Trying to be romantic, whatever, with whoever. Wine sucks, man. But the buzz, man, that buzz is different.
Sorry, I have to redo this. There's only 3 different types of people that put ketchup on a hot dog. Psychopaths, Michiganians, and Texans.
You can put Wisconsin in there, too. And anybody at a ball game.
Yeah, but you guys are brat crazy over there, though. I mean, brats are basically, that's a mustard thing for sure, right? With brats, like that brown mustard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah. Not a kraut
Beer
fan,
cheese.
but I will have it. Beer cheese. Man, speaking of beer cheese, somebody just texted me. Deb and I have been battling with these texts that have been coming in about these food things. Somebody said, have you ever had blueberry pancakes with melted Velveeta cheese on top of it? And I said, no, because I'm not an incarcerated psycho.
Yeah, no.
How about this one? Hey, Jack.
Yes.
Try balsamic vinegar on vanilla ice cream.
Oh, that's good, though.
Especially the expensive balsamic. For some reason, it's oddly good. No,
it's got to be the glaze, not just the vinegar. It's got to be the glaze. In other words, it has to be boiled down balsamic so it turns into a glaze and gets that real super sweet, kind of tart, delicious. That's great.
They lost me at expensive.
That's why they addressed it to Hey Jack. Somebody else had their grandpappy from Tennessee put 2 pats of butter and 3 packets of sugar for each Cracker Barrel serving of his grits.
Oh, gee.
For each serving.
Each serving.
Oh, my God. And he made it to Grandpa, did he? Very nice. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Absolutely.
We do have a few casino passes left for the Real Radio Poker Tournament. If you haven't heard yet, it is sold out.
Emphasis on a few.
Yeah, the poker part of the event is sold out. You can still get the casino pass, $60. It gets you in, and you get everything except the poker tournament. That's it. I mean, you get to come in for the prizes, the food, the casino games, all that stuff. And just a few minutes ago, we had fewer than 30. So now is the time to grab those at $60 because it looks like they may sell out before this weekend, which would be a first ever. The tournament itself sold out in just over 24 hours.
Wild.
Yeah,
shocking.
Really wild.
Absolutely.
So I did find something interesting. We talked about Tinder a couple weeks ago, adding new features. Remember the new feature that we talked about with Tinder?
Height.
Yeah, that's exactly it,
right?
Where you could dial up how tall your person is, and we had a great conversation about that. They are continuing on. Tinder has started a new part of their app as well, and I wonder how you guys react to this particular thing. What do you think it is? And by the way,
salary?
No, it's not salary. It really isn't information about the person in particular. I will tell you, it's going to be hard. And I want to talk about it a little bit. It's double dating. It's a dating app, all right? Now, of course, Tinder shaking up the modern romance scene with the launch of Double Date, a new feature designed to make meeting new people more collaborative. Announced yesterday. The innovation allows users and a friend to pair up and match with other duos, transforming the traditional swipe experience into a shared quest. So let's say that Jack and I are buddies, and we want to go on a double date with two lovely ladies right here in Orlando, Florida. We would enter into Tinder, and I guess we would choose the double date thing, and then we would kind of collaborate, and we would go out and find two lovely ladies to take out for some fun.
So instead of a single match, now you're trying to get a double match where you have 4 people involved. It seems like it's harder.
Yeah. It says the new feature builds on existing initiatives such as Tinder Matchmaker and Share My Date, designed to bring others into the solo dating fold. Double Date, according to a press release from Tinder, it's positioned as a, quote, low-pressure, group-first way to explore the world of dating side by side. Aims to cater to evolving dating habits, particularly among younger generations. I didn't know that. Is double dating now a younger generation thing?
Well, I would imagine it is, just because when you think about how much social media has taken away from young people getting to know a person to person, right? You can have a gaggle of girls and not a single one of them is talking to each other.
Right, yeah,
but they're
that's true.
texting each other.
Right, yeah.
So I think maybe some of that pressure of trying to make a match and make it click and make it work, some of that pressure is taken off if it's just a group of friends going out to hang out. I think it's more awkward.
Let me ask you a quick question. So Jack is married to Naomi. I'm married to Tori. If we go out together, just go out and have dinner and go to a show, is that a double date because we're married?
No, I wouldn't consider it a double date. I just think it was a night out with friends.
Yeah, I think that. So I was trying to figure out this morning, when I read the story, is that a double date because we're already paired up with somebody? We're just kind of spending an evening hanging out together as friends.
I don't know. How does your other half of the double date feel?
Yeah, I don't know, Jack. Do you agree with that, Jack? Do you think it's a double date?
Yeah, that did not strike me as a double date.
Yeah.
But when do you draw that line? Is it at marriage?
I think it's when you become a committed couple who aren't seeing outside people.
Yeah. If you're dating, let's say you're dating Jimmy.
Hell yeah, finally.
And I'm only coming up with this so I could say you're dating Jimmy.
You can scoot closer. You can scoot closer.
I can't even look at you.
Scoot closer.
And
I got my boobs out.
Okay.
Your turn.
I saw them earlier.
No, so if you're dating,
yours are bigger.
You guys are dating, you go out with another couple.
Right.
Yeah, it's that dating phase. I guess once you become exclusive, then it's
just hanging out with friends.
There you go.
Yeah, because if I was single and dating, and Jack was single and dating,
Jack had
and I'm like, hey,
each other.
hey, get your girlfriend. Let's go out and have a good time or whatever, right?
How you doing?
That's a double date because we're dating.
Yes.
Because if it was just the other way, we're just kind of hanging out. By the way, do you guys like doing that? Like going out with friends like that? Like another couple and hanging out for the night?
I guess it would just depend on the couple.
Really?
Yeah.
I love it. I love going out with another couple and because we have a couple friends that we go out with and we hang out with. And do you guys have friends that you do certain stuff with? Like you have couples that you'll only do this with or couples that you'll only do that with?
Oh, I want to hear Jack's answer on this one so bad.
No.
Yes, Jack. Are there certain things you only do with certain couples, Jack?
I think I'm more in Deb's camp in this scenario.
You don't
than
like people?
Jimmy's camp. No, we don't go out a lot.
Yeah,
we don't go out a lot. We don't go out a lot with other couples.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you guys not go out on dates very much? Just like is it just
she and I will go
just
out
radio
to eat
station
every
stuff?
once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go out to eat. We go to Orlando City games.
Yeah. Nothing else?
Yeah.
It
You ever
requires being around people.
Do you ever surprise her with a date? Like set up a date and like she comes home and say, "Hey man, just go put on something nice. I got a surprise for you."
Oh no.
Yeah, not for people who don't like surprises.
Jack, let me tell you,
she does not like surprises.
I do not like surprises.
Neither does my wife.
Are you serious? Like
No.
if we were together and I came home and I go, "Hey, go get something nice on. I've got an evening plan that you're not going to believe." And you still wouldn't get excited about that?
I would get excited, but the entire way there, it would be like, so where are we going? So where are we going? When are we going to get there? Do you need me to help? Where are we going?
Is it because
Should I bring it up on Waze?
Is it because you want to know if you're going to like it or not?
It's because I'm a control freak, and absolutely. Did you just ruin my night, or did you not?
You call me a control freak.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not. I'm not like that at all.
Oh, I'll still get in the car. I'm just going to torture you all the way there.
What good is that?
That's going to teach you a lesson that I...
Teach me a lesson? Are you out of your mind? Teach me a lesson. Yes, you're right. Teach me a lesson not to plan anything with you for the rest of our lives together. That's the lesson.
That's not a surprise. Some people don't like surprises. Like you have a surprise birthday party, right?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
You would.
Yeah.
But maybe somebody who's been at work all day and is just looking forward to getting home and relaxing on the couch with the family and watching that Netflix series they haven't gotten to.
And then there's 30 people in your house drinking all your food or drinking all your drinks.
Exactly, for the 30 people in your house that then you have to clean up the mess when they're gone. And that just completely was not the night you had envisioned.
And you couldn't, okay, so let me just ask, because and you couldn't get beyond the fact that everything you just said to look at the side that my fiance went through all of this to get all these people together who are friends and family to celebrate me on a day. You couldn't look beyond what you just said to see that part of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But going forward, if what you're doing, if all of that effort is to make the other person happy with the effort, then I think don't lose the effort. Don't waste the effort trying to make that person who knows they're not happy with surprises happy with surprises. Just find a way that makes it work. You know?
Okay. I mean, look, it's not my relationship.
I never asked to go to that restaurant. I don't even know why you made us go there that night.
I'm learning. This is a learning experience for me.
Life is a learning experience.
Jack, do you like surprises?
I do. My wife does not.
Like at any level? Like the scenario I just painted for Deb, that would be a nightmare for her?
She planned a couple. We each planned a couple surprises for her. I did one for 2 of my wife's birthdays, and both were, let's not do that again. Even after the first one, I thought it went well. But I ate a whole edible brownie, and then, that's another story.
Damn,
but
you didn't share it with her?
No, she wasn't doing that then. And now... So I thought that night was great.
Of course you did. You had a whole edible brownie.
I need everybody in the audience to know this. I'm learning so much. This is great.
This story,
I've not heard this.
I can't even tell you this story.
No, you can't tell us that story. We demand it.
It was a gift, and I didn't know that you're only supposed to have a little piece of brownie. And so I was planning my wife's surprise birthday party, and we were watching TV together. I needed to cut the lawn because I knew I sent her to a spa because she was going to get a massage. I was have her makeup done so she would come home ready for a surprise party, right?
Damn, Jack, that's extra level ninja smart right there.
Yeah, but where I wasn't extra level smart is when I'm just like, seems okay. I just ate the whole thing, the brownie.
Oh.
And then I went out to cut the lawn.
With about 60 milligrams of high-quality THC racing through your veins.
How did she find you, Jack?
And into your brain that is now just a puddle of cheese.
She went to the spa, and so what was left was my mom living with us, my stepdaughter, and me. And I came inside the house, and suddenly this thing hit me, and I just looked. Okay, the party's tonight.
Yeah, right.
You guys work on the inside. I'll work on the outside. And I went outside for the next couple hours.
You're like, I'm hungry and I've got a bunch of really good business ideas.
I was so hungry. I'm like, wait, I'm going to drive to McDonald's.
Right.
I go to McDonald's, I get a hamburger. I took a bite of the burger.
And it was the best damn burger you'd ever had.
It was not. It expanded 12 times its size in my mouth. It took up.
That's great.
It took up all the moisture that was in my body.
I had that with Oreo cookies.
So I put that down, get home, and then it's like I'm trying to okay, let me shower. So I do that, and then as I start coming back to reality, trying to interact with my mom and daughter and try and be real cool.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
I think I pulled it off. No one ever let me know that I didn't.
No. Daughter went straight to the bedroom and wrote in her journal, Dad's high AF.
Probably.
Day 3.
Probably. Wife comes home, and then we learn she doesn't like surprise parties.
Right, yeah.
We get through the night. It was nice enough. Next day, have to go to work, get ready, get in my truck to go to work. I look in the seat next to me, and what do I see?
A brownie?
No, a McDonald's hamburger with one bite taken out of it. One bite taken out of it. That's all I got. And the rest just stayed on the seat of my car. And that's the last time I did that.
Is this Naomi? I don't know what's going on, but Jack has had our stock boy pinned against the wall asking about his mom for the last 2 hours.
Exactly.
That was almost 20 years ago.
Wow.
Well, apparently
that's a new one, dog. I haven't heard that one yet.
That is awesome, though. Someone just texted us, though, at 77031. My teenagers say they're going on 2-mans with friends.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is what they now call double dates. So strange. 2-mans. Going out on 2-mans with friends.
And the story did say that younger generations, the reason Tinder added this is because the younger generation, they kind of like this idea. I wonder if that's a safety thing for the ladies, for the girls. They feel like if they go on double dates with friends, it's less likely that something kind of nefarious happens because it is Tinder. You don't really know what you're getting.
No,
I mean,
guess
you're throwing the life dice out there sometimes, so maybe that's why.
It's definitely safer, but also I would think you're more comfortable.
Yeah.
You're bringing someone, you have a wing person.
Right, yeah.
You know, you have conversation there. You don't feel like it's, everything is relying on you to have conversation with a stranger. There's backup there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Both people have their wingman.
Yeah.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. We're going to take a little break, come back, load them up. It's time for trivia. We'll give out some stuff next.
Do you want to play a game? Good. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
The college football playoff could undergo at least one major change this week. There's support now for expanding the field from 12 to 16 teams. 3-star linebacker Noah LaValle committed to Florida State on Tuesday. That reunites him with older brother Caleb in the defensive meeting room. And the Rays will try to get back into the win column. They'll host Baltimore again tonight. Tampa Bay's bid for a 5th straight victory was stopped yesterday. I'm Scott Davidson.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it gets super hot, and it will continue to get hotter and hotter. That's why you need an AC company that you can lean on every day. For me, that's Mills Air, and I know that they have helped so many people on the show. They've been doing this since 1992, 30-plus years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you guys nice and cool. You know, it started off with just Leon himself and one van. Now, a team of 60 vans that can cover wherever you are in Central Florida and get your AC cooling again. Their techs know all the brands inside and out. You don't have to know what kind of AC you have. Mills Air can repair it. And even better, these guys are Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's important. It could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your appointment for that preventive maintenance plan. It's 407-277-1159. Find them online at millsair.com.
Greenway Kia is under new management, and we've got a whole new attitude. With 3 great locations across Metro Orlando and one of the area's largest selections, we truly want to see you in a Kia. Plus, we want your trade. Get up to $10,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for any trade. Get your fast free appraisal online right now at greenwaykias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, East Colonial, West Colonial, and 1792 North.
All factory rebates to dealer. Negative equity refinanced.
When it's time to replace the floors in your home, whether it's all of them or just one room, go to Core Flooring Center. That's our buddy Corey, and he did an unbelievable job, not only for me, but for most of the people he works with, including Bob, who sent me an email this week saying that he had Corey replace all the floors in his home except for one bathroom, and he could not be more pleased with the level of detail and the quality of the finish and the fair, no surprises pricing. And I feel the exact same way. The expert installation, it's something Corey guarantees. He gives you a lifetime installation warranty. He also guarantees to beat any price. You bring him a quote, he will beat it, and that includes the box stores. He will beat that price and give you expert installation. Plus, tell him Jack from Real Radio sent you. You're going to save another $50. Find him online at coreflooringfl.com. That's coreflooringfl.com.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
When disaster strikes, trust Paul Davis Restoration. Look, emergencies can happen anytime, leaving your property in disarray without warning. Whether it's a fire, flood, mold, or storm damage, the remediation and restoration experts at Paul Davis are here to help. With 24/7 emergency service availability and a 30-minute response window, we can confidently bring fast, practical solutions to residential and commercial property owners. If your home or business has been damaged by fire, water, or storm, call Paul Davis Restoration. Here to help 24/7. 407-629-6700 or orlando.pauldavis.com.
Future health, weight loss. Want Ozempic but can't afford thousands a month? You need Wegovy for $399 all in, no hidden fees. The only FDA-approved GLP-1 for weight loss at the lowest price yet. Save hundreds on authentic, safe, effective Wegovy pre-dosed injection pens for a limited time. No insurance needed, no tricky syringes, just faster weight loss. Get this limited-time deal at FutureHealth.com today for the best price on the market. These meds eliminate hunger and cravings while Future Health handles the rest. Easy. Join those losing 10 pounds their first month. Plus, you don't have to drive to a doctor's office. It's all online via telehealth with licensed clinicians in your area. Go to FutureHealth.com to see if you qualify and start losing weight this week. Visit FutureHealth.com. Future without the E. Future health, weight loss. Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
High interest rates and higher prices may be the norm everywhere else, but not at International Diamond Center. IDC's rolling back prices and taking interest rates all the way to zero. It's true. Now, for a limited time on virtually any purchase, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0.0 interest. Get the best price on any piece of jewelry right now. Divide that by 60, and that's your super low monthly payment till the year 2030. Designer engagement rings as low as $50 a month. Diamond earrings as low as $45 a month. Wedding bands as low as $40 a month. Fine jewelry has never been more affordable. How about a $7,000 diamond bracelet? Just $116 a month. All fashion designer jewelry is included. All colored gemstones. All certified diamonds, too. This is a spectacular offer exclusively from International Diamond Center. But hurry, you only have until June 30th to take advantage. Celebrate your love with 0% financing store-wide for 5 years till 2030. International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com. On approved credit.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Carlos, Cloud, and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
The Real Radio Summer of Laughs continues with night 2 of the Real Comedy Mount Dora Summer Night Series. Ryan Holmes from The Monsters in the Morning is the next headliner on July 12th. He'll bring his comedy along with a few of Florida's up-and-coming comedians. Get to know them before they get famous. This night will be hosted by the one and only Angel of Boom from The Monsters in the Morning and is presented by Mills Air. July 12th at the Mount Dora Music Hall. Sponsored by Discover Lake County. Doors open at 7, show at 8. Get your tickets today at realradio.fm/comedy. Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Good after morning, Colbert Carew. All right, so Jimmy, we've been over this, and we know this about Jack. He is a freak with a caps lock, F-R-E-A-K. I mean, the guy always gets loose. He's pulling, light cords out while making drug deals. Always snickering and smiling when we're talking about sex, and now this.
I know.
Come on, we should expect this out of this guy from now. He's a freak. Big D out.
No helmet on the scooter. This guy's a rebel.
I've always said he furls that freak flag.
He does. He's a mystery, this guy.
He likes to act like he is.
Yeah, look at him.
He won't look at the camera
Just
now.
real quick, don't believe that wave.
His princess wave?
Don't believe that wave. That wave is lying to you. Yeah.
Trust me, I'm very, very gentle.
Yeah, that's the same hand that grabs the old baby oil. Oh, wrong hand. There you go. All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Yo.
Jack is here as well, and he's got the Jackie sack. What's in it, big dog?
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Got a pair of prizes. Winner gets to pick which one they would like, and that is between a pair of tickets to see Orlando City SC take on FC Cincinnati. This is Inter & Co Stadium, our home stadium, June 28th. That's their next home game. They had off a couple weeks, then they have some games on the road, and they return June 28th, and you can be there. The other prize in the Jackie Sack, music. It's a pair of tickets to Dream Theater, the Parasomnia Tour at the Hard Rock Live Orlando. That happens September 12th. Tickets are available at hardrockliveorlando.com. Those are the two prizes in the Jackie Sack today.
So back to you, clickety-clack.
1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Feeling 3.
Feeling 3. That is Jay. Jay, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
Not much, partner. Want to play a little game with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Jay, this is a real easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
No.
If you can find that one, boss, I'll send you over to Jack and let you pick out something nice for yourself. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1976, country music singer, songwriter, television personality,
Carrie Underwood.
He's been featured on every season of The Voice.
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton is the answer. That's right.
Way to go, Jay.
Blake Shelton was born on this day, Jay. Here are 3 fun facts about Blake and one grand old lie.
Oh, good
Grand
one.
old, okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about Blake Shelton. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, he collects guitar picks from other country stars. His prize pick is from his hero Garth Brooks' very first tour. Number 2, his career began as an 8-year-old child singer who competed against girls in beauty pageants. Number 3, once a week he washes his hair with a mixture of raw egg and ketchup. Or lastly, his favorite TV show ever is Golden Girls. Which of those is a lie?
I'm going to go with number 1.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner.
Yay!
God, dog, I actually thought that was a really good one. What made you choose that out of curiosity?
Answer what?
What's that, buddy?
I said it just didn't seem real, but I couldn't even tell you what it was.
Okay, very good. I'm going to put you on hold.
That's Jimmy's favorite.
And then hopefully you'll drive into a convention pond. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, Garth Brooks is his favorite singer, and that's the one who inspired him to get into music. And I just figured that would be very believable. But it is not true. He does not have a pick collection from other country artists, including Garth Brooks. But his career did begin as an 8-year-old child singer who competed against girls in beauty pageants. At 8 years old, his mom knew he could sing, but there were no pageants for boys. So she would enter him in beauty pageants for girls because they had a talent edition.
Oh, wow.
Because they had a talent part of the contest. She just wanted him to get up there and be able to sing in front of people.
That's a good way to get a thick skin.
Once a week, he does wash his hair with a mixture of raw egg and ketchup.
Why?
Now, here's the thing. I understand the raw egg. That's kind of been a thing for a while, that people have washed their hair with egg whites for a while. I guess maybe for protein. I don't know. It's the ketchup part I don't understand, other than maybe the acidic nature of ketchup stripping off oils and stuff.
It's just like hot sauce, according to Jimmy.
Yeah. And then lastly, his favorite TV show of all time is Golden Girls.
Really?
Of all things, man. But I know a lot of people who that's their favorite. That's one of my wife's favorite shows of all time.
Because it's funny AF.
And the funny thing is, I used to bag on it. I'm like, who would watch this? And then you watch it and you're like, damn, this writing is savage.
Exactly.
It is savage,
I
dude.
remember I was going to school and other people like at college were like, my first time back in the 80s. And they're like, they watch it. I'm like, what? I immediately thought that's a show for old people.
Yeah.
But it's very funny.
Well, yeah, the writing was incredibly funny and incredibly
the actresses
sharp.
were
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
they're as good as it gets.
And the age they're playing is younger, is not old.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember
their 40s or so.
Yeah, the one who was the slut. Which one was that?
Rue McClanahan?
Yeah, Rue McClanahan. At the time that show was filming, I think she was just in her late 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
And I always forget Maud's name.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. And again, I don't think she was even that old.
I think she was like in her early 50s.
Yeah. And of course, from Maud, she was the greatest. I mean, that was
groundbreaking TV.
That's the brassiest broad in all of television at the time.
I mean, you remember.
And her husband was like 4'2", and she was like 6'5".
Yeah, exactly.
It was really crazy.
Picked him up and used him as a purse.
Blake moved to Nashville at just 17 years old. 2 days after graduating from high school, he went out there to grind it out and make a career as a country music star.
You know why he did that?
No.
Because he had already competed most of his life in girls' pageants.
Right.
What was Nashville going to do?
So the Golden Girls, their ages, the characters were between 50 and 55 for the three of them. And then the mom, Sophia, she was 79.
Right, and that was Estelle Getty.
Estelle Getty, and she was, I believe, younger than some of the other ones in real life.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. He once had a pet turkey named Turkey, because creative.
Come here, Turkey.
And then lastly, Blake Shelton is very, very close friends with Carson Daly.
Really?
Adam Levine from Maroon 5, and believe it or not, Usher. Like, Usher is one of his closest friends. I guess they were on that show at one point, right?
Exactly.
And apparently that was a pretty fun set to be on, and they all became very good friends.
Yeah,
But
Blake Shelton hasn't been on the past few seasons.
Yeah.
He left. He was the mainstay, and it was actually him and Adam Levine that had that bromance.
Yes.
And then the other two chairs kept changing.
There was Ariana Grande one year. I think did Mariah Carey come on there one?
Yeah, Gwen Stefani.
Right. Gwen was on there, of course.
Yeah, Mariah Carey was like a guest. I don't think she was a judge there.
Never saw one episode of the show. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched a couple. It's okay.
Yeah. He also owns a series of restaurants called Old Red, and I believe there's like 7 of them. We have one here in Orlando down on iDrive. Yeah. It's a performance / kind of bar thing. I've never really been there. I remember when they rolled it out, we talked about it, and I really didn't even know if it was still open because nobody talks about it. Like, well, again, that's an iDrive bar place, so nobody really talks about it. But yeah, and they're popular. I mean, he's got one in Vegas. He's got one in his hometown. From the little town in, I guess, Oklahoma he's from.
What I found interesting was that Gwen Stefani, they could not get married until she got an annulment.
Yeah.
See what money will do for you?
I got to tell you, I think Gwen Stefani was kind of straight edge.
Very.
I don't believe that. I think maybe Blake, if I remember right, and this is kind of weird information to have, I think Blake's like the only third dude she's ever been with. Like her 2 husbands, and that's it.
Yep.
Like
very strict Catholic.
But she dated the guy in the band.
She dated the bass player from the band for the longest time.
Doubt.
That's what that song "Don't Speak." That's what that's all about. Then she was married to
Gavin
Rossdale.
I almost said Newsom
from Bush, and then of course now married to Blake Shelton.
Yep. She very strict Catholic.
Yeah, I don't believe she was spreading it around very much. I think she was pretty.
I think she was a virgin the first. Well, no, because she dated the bass player.
Yeah, I think then that's it. I'm telling you, man. I mean, she's pretty buttoned up.
And Gavin Rossdale got busted with the babysitter by communicating with her through the kid's tablet.
Yeah.
No way.
Savage. Yeah, that's so dirty.
Well, then she also found out he had a child.
Yeah.
Before they got married that she'd never known about.
But when you're that good looking, I think it's almost mandatory you have a kid out of wedlock.
Don't give him that much credit.
Oh, no? Not that good? I thought he was a dreamboat kind of guy. No? You're like the only woman I've ever met that thought Gavin Rossdale was just okay Everybody else is like immediately falls out of their chair about that dude.
Yeah.
Who's the best looking guy in music for you? Like when you get swoony, who is it?
Yeah, what makes you swoon? Come on, Debbie.
And he goes to Debbie.
Yo,
Time to go to break.
Yeah,
Let's go to break.
Somebody get that bitch a brownie.
I'm
not talking about you.
No, get this bitch a brownie. This bitch wants the brownie.
I'm trying not to get cut.
I love the idea that you might have referred to Devin.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Could you imagine? Could you imagine about being a bitch? Oh, that hurt.
It's going to.
Stop. I'm not going to break now. All right, back in a second with
It's
the
never been easier to listen to Real Radio 104.1 wherever you go. Make us your number one preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Roadways are getting busy and so are emergency crews. There's a crash causing bumper-to-bumper traffic on Florida's Turnpike southbound just past County Road 33 there. There's slowdowns on I-4 through that World Drive area. Traffic starting to pile up at the ramp junction where Florida's Turnpike and the Beach Line meet. The roadways are busy, so travel with caution. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, and I host the Taking a Walk podcast. Join me for an upcoming episode with a musician from the great indie band AJR, Adam Met. That's Adam Met on the Taking a Walk podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Guys, let's just stop the... Let's just get beyond this. Look, man, Life Imaging FLA can save your life. I will just be dead honest with you. We've had so many friends, and Ken here early called and talked about his heart issue. He had open heart surgery. We have talked to so many listeners who went to Life Imaging FLA on our recommendation and found out they had issues with their heart. Here's the big positive there. They found out early enough so they could take the desired measures to make sure that they were going to have a long, productive life. That is exactly what Life Imaging FLA is all about. And here it is. It's Men's Health Awareness Month. They want you to get over there now for sure because men have a hard time getting to the doctor. So time to be a hero and get somebody over there you love. Remember, no dyes. You don't take off your clothes. It only takes a few minutes. So do this, man. Don't wait. Call now and get your free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. While you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan, and you will be connected in seconds. Make that call today and make this the year you finally take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit MSCCruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Taking over the helm of NBC Nightly News, a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
Good evening. I'm Tom Yamas.
You have to go out there to bring people at home closer to the storm.
Wildfires continue to be a threat. With that massive hurricane comes the massive response.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
For NBC News, I'm Tom Yamas.
That's what we do every night.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct hurricane impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Hey, it's C-Lane, and at Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. At Reese, most impact windows are installed in just 6 to 8 weeks, and now you can win them for free. Just text the word WOW to 20129 for your chance to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's WOW to 20129.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-616-1997. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-616-1997. That's 800-616-1997. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Summer is here, and you know what that means. Carbecues. No, not barbecues. Carbecues. Where your seats roast, your steering wheel sizzles, and your sunglasses melt into the dash. Get a WeatherTech sunshade for your windshield and the full vehicle kit to cover all your windows. Custom fit for your specific vehicle, sunshade blocks the scorching sun and harmful UV rays to keep your cabin nice and cool. So say no to fried thighs with the all-American-made WeatherTech sunshade, because it's your car, not a casserole. Order today at WT.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
New Year's resolution is to buy a home? Get your free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for tuning in today, guys. We appreciate that very much. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Showing up tomorrow, courtesy of Mills Air. You'll hear him right here on Real Radio 104.1. But tonight, you can hear him at 8 o'clock for Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Guys, good and loud for our friend, Mr. Ross Padgett.
You like how I made the noise for myself there?
Like that,
I joined in.
You have to do it, buddy.
It felt good.
If you don't...
So, it's a banger episode tonight, Jim. It's a banger episode.
Banger.
How's that?
Dude, have you ever been attacked by an animal?
Oh, yeah, I have, actually. I've been attacked by a raccoon. My buddy had a fat raccoon pet that lived in a closet. It was named Daisy. And I was told not to make any sudden movements or Daisy would attack me. And I made a sudden movement, and it was good for his word. That thing attacked me. It came right at me. And that's scary to have a fat raccoon attack you. The fat coon.
Did that really happen?
That happened bigger than S. That happened bigger than S. Are you mad about that? Are you?
I'm happy to.
Are you jealous that you didn't get attacked by a fat raccoon? A fat coon?
Jack, have you been attacked by an animal?
Yeah, a couple. A couple of bees, some dogs, and I did have an encounter with like a 25-foot snake. Actually, there were 2 snakes, but I stared them down. but I think it helped because I was pretty high on LSD at
There
the
you
time.
go. God, Jack has had quite a day.
Damn, dude, you missed the brownie story,
Yeah,
Ross,
yeah.
where he went out and like mowed the grass on Jupiter.
Are we sure that Jack wasn't just looking at a crack at a sidewalk?
It could have been.
Jack got so high he ate one bite of hamburger and then put it in a seat and forgot it.
I am here to tell you. Oh, wait, Deb. You had to have been attacked by an animal. That's what you do.
Yeah. A couple of cats, namely my own.
Yeah. Now, when you get attacked by the cat, is it jarring? Are you confused? Or do you, how does an animal lover get attacked by an animal?
Well, the first time it happened, it was jarring. I was frankly very insulted.
Yeah.
Because love and home and food, and then you slice open my eyelid because
Right.
I want to make the bed. When are you getting a kitten, Jimmy?
Oh, I don't know.
I am proud to say that I believe Good Sauce episode 61 has the funniest animal attack story I have ever been a part of.
Ooh.
Who is the attackee
It's
in
gotta
this
be-
story? That's what I
Gotta
want
be
to know.
Renato.
100% Deb just nailed it.
Well, what's funny about Renato getting attacked is when Renato tells a story, it's kind of weird because he has this painfully authentic way of telling you.
Absolutely.
So when he says things, he seems like he's living it all over again. It's funny.
You should make Ross bring him to work one day.
Yeah.
I am not going to just simply tell his story
Yeah, don't
because
do that.
I would butcher it. I would murder it. It would not go well. But I will tell you how he started it off.
Okay.
I was walking my dog in the dog park, and suddenly this cold but not wet piece of ham slaps me in the face.
What?
Cold but not wet piece of ham.
A piece of ham.
Was it
He
ham?
finds out, not a ham, it's a wild animal.
A frog?
I'm just going to tell you the animal because it's too funny. A squirrel.
A wet squirrel?
No, cold.
I said cold, not wet.
Oh, no.
What? I don't get it.
Was it dead?
Not dead. It was just jumping from tree to tree, and then all of a sudden it misses a branch and it slaps him in the face, Jim. Belly on his dome piece.
He got squirrel shanked.
So then, okay, no, everyone laughs. Everyone laughs. And then I look at him, I go, wait. Cold, but not wet ham. What are you talking about with ham? And he goes, yeah, dude, the belly, it's like the belly of a dog. I'm like, dude, bellies of dogs aren't just bellies.
And they're warm.
And they're furry.
Oh, I know what you're
Dogs'
talking about.
bellies.
Yeah, also have other parts down there too.
No.
He finds out live tonight on this episode 61 that he straight got teabagged by a furry rodent.
He got squirrel bagged?
He got squirrel bagged.
SB?
Stage 5.
Stage 5 squirrel bagging? Some squirrels have big bags too.
They do, man.
He stole the squirrel's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't hiding those.
Dude, I asked him after the episode, I said, is that true? Or was any of that made up? And he got offended because he had to come to grips with I didn't get all of the story. You guys are right.
I got squirrel sacked.
The whole time when we told him, because a big argument breaks out on episode 61.
No way.
He's convinced that a squirrel has the same belly of a dog, where it's just covered. It's not covered in fur.
It's not.
No, they're covered in fur.
Squirrels completely covered in fur.
Yeah.
He got squirrel slapped.
Yeah.
From the top rope, this squirrel left 25 feet off of a pine, dunks on his face.
And didn't even stay for a cigarette.
Cold, dry ham.
Did he remember? Did he remember this in real time, and then have you and Joel literally falling over dead while you're listening?
Dude, we pumped in music. I put in music. I put in BGM for his story on tonight's episode because it was so funny. And I've never heard of an animal attack or an animal exchange like that, where a squirrel just like misses a branch and then ends up just like Fortniting, I beat you on your face.
Were there any other attack stories? Had Joel been attacked by anything?
Joel, not really. He had a bird incident, but outside of that, not much. And then also for me, I had a dog incident. You would like this, Jim. I was walking in between homes playing golf, and a dog charged me. Guess what I did? Sorry, Dad. Sorry, but this thing was coming right at me. I hoofer-tooed him.
Oh, no way. With your bag? Bam.
I bagged him. I caught him in the grill. He whimpered and then went.
Oh, yeah.
And then I knew I didn't mess up because the owner came out and was like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Smart move.
You know what I found out recently, and I didn't know this, and I think you will probably think this is funny. My wife has I think either a video or definitely photographs of this. And I think it's because, like, when I don't wear a hat, of course I'm bald and I have this white kind of hair, right? What? Well, I found out that horseflies are attracted to white hair like this because I believe they think it's a deer's ass. So when I go out to work in the yard,
whitetail Jimmy,
when you see me walking across the yard, my wife has a video of me smacking my own head as I'm getting dive bombed by by horseflies, and at one point I just pull my T-shirt over my head like I'm Cornholio, right? Because it's the only thing I can do to stop getting dive bombed by horseflies. And I caught a June bug in the mouth while riding my motorcycle once. I mean, a gnarly one. A gnarly June bug to the face going about 65 through the Ocala National Forest.
Oh,
that's no fun. My head actually popped back. That's how bad it was.
Just JFK's.
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry. That was
Too soon.
I'm sorry. But also, it's very funny. I have to point out that Jim's the only person in my life that gets tracked by flies, and he's like, it's the color of my hair. Maybe the flies are like, this guy's got a month left.
A preemptive strike. I'm going to get there in case he dies while I'm there. Then I'll be the first one to gnaw.
It's a huge animal themed. We also talk about the massage that I brought up to you guys yesterday in full length. And man, I went back and listened to it on the way driving around today, and I forgot how funny. This was a great episode. Episode 61. Get your funny squirrel animal attack slap on. It's a blast.
He said slap on, by the way, folks. That's slap.
All right, you'll be in tomorrow with us for sure. Tonight at 8 o'clock, it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Of course, you can hear all that great content. And if you missed any of the episodes, you can actually go to the iHeartRadio app and listen to every one of them. This is like episode 61 or something?
61, and you can make Good Sauce with Ross and Joel one of your presets on the iHeartRadio app. So don't forget to do that.
I super appreciate everything you just did. If you're a fan of what I'm throwing down, that everything Deb and Jim just said goes a very, very long way. So thank you guys so much. Good Sauce 61, Real Radio tonight, 8 o'clock. Do it!
And that's right. Also, don't forget, comedy coming up soon. If you just go to rosscomedy.com, that's rosscomedy.com, you can actually find out all the dates. And where is that one date coming up soon?
That's going to be next Saturday in Melbourne. I apologize, next Friday, the 27th. I will be out in Melbourne, Florida at Pineapples. It's a great date night. Go ahead and flex on wifey.
Yeah, very good, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow for sure, man. Give it up good and loud for Ross.
Yay!
See you, buddy. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. A woman had a small problem. Not so small, actually. I'll tell you exactly what it was next.
Oh, I'm scared.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a crash blocking the express lanes of I-4 westbound near Conroy Road. An accident's getting cleared up here on Florida's Turnpike southbound just past County Road 33. Keep an eye out for road rangers in the area there. Traffic slowing down on all the major roadways tonight. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound through that World Drive area. You could expect your regular delays southbound on Florida's Turnpike tonight. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update.
If you voted for Donald Trump, then you've got to start your day with the 47 Morning Update with me, Ben Ferguson. All the headlines from Trump's Oval Office, it's quick, it's bold, and it's unfiltered. So download the 47 Morning Update now wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, check this out. Tools Ace Hardware now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Man, everybody knows Steel, already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, but now these guys are offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel certainly has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. And you could get 0% financing plus instant rebates on Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware takes care of what they sell. They have trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment whenever you need. Steel zero-turn mowers available now at all 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival,
Presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances, never-before-seen collaborations, and once-in-a-lifetime artist moments you'll have to see to believe. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Yeehaw! R.C. Hill here, your deputy tariff sheriff. See, tariffs are coming in, and they're fixing to drive up car prices. But I locked and loaded massive inventory before the tariffs hit. That means you could get exclusive access to my pre-tariff rides. You could even drive for no money down. So come check out the new Mitsubishi Outlander or the new Mirage at 43 miles per gallon with a lifetime warranty. Only when you visit me, the tariff sheriff. See, at R.C. Hill, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists are the toughest around. So don't spend another minute in a car you hate. Right now, I'll pay way over appraised value for your old ride regardless of condition. And who knows when car prices will be this low again. Plus, I've got over 200 certified used cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. I'm R.C. Hill, your car dealer next door. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Get a sneak peek of all my pre-tariff rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
$0 down in credit requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. Offer ends June 30, 2025.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
For more than 75 years, University of Maryland Global Campus has given you the opportunity to build your next success. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs in career-relevant fields like business, healthcare, data analytics, cybersecurity, and more. Plus, we offer 100% online and hybrid courses, personalized advising, and lifetime career services. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-700-6898.
Taking over the helm of a 75-year-old broadcast, it's a great responsibility.
For NBC Nightly News, I'm Tom Yamas.
The best reporters in our business know how to listen. And when you listen, you get the truth.
NBC Nightly News with Tom Yamas. Evenings on NBC.
NASCAR Prime is gearing up for the tricky triangle at Pocono.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for.
After 5 decades of racing tradition, it's clear that strategy is king at Pocono.
Finally, some separation between first, second, and third.
3 legendary turns, 3 unique approaches.
Wow, that's close.
Who will tame the triangle this year? Don't miss the Cup Series at Pocono, streaming Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. NASCAR, it's on Prime.
Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-414-7272. That's 800-414-7272. 800-414-7272.
OpenAI is a financial abomination, a thing that should not be, an aberration, a symbol of rot at the heart of Silicon Valley. And I'm going to tell you why on my show Better Offline, the rudest show in the tech industry, where we're breaking down why OpenAI, along with other AI companies, are dead set on lying to your boss that they can take your job. I'm also going to be talking with the greatest minds in the industry about all the other ways the rich and powerful are ruining the computer. Listen to Better Offline on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Better Offline and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Yesterday's JCS question of the day. Would you open the door for a cop in the middle of the night? Only 16% said yes. A solid 80% said ain't happening, leaving the other 4% that just said, Dave's not here, man.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show, Prince of the Islands. I must have heard it wrong. Did Jimmy say that his head looks like a deer's ass? No. It smells like a horse ass. Okay, I just want to live it right.
You're out of gas, by the way.
Oh, I forgot.
You are tainted.
God almighty, I wish I could make myself laugh that much. Good Lord of mercy.
I just know he's laughing like that and he's listening to this show. That's a good time.
That's all that matters. You're right.
I'm telling you what, somebody got a brownie.
Oh, yeah. Somebody did get a brownie. Somebody found Jack's car.
Exactly.
All right. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. 77031 is how you text us. If you would like to be as jovial as Prince of the Island and leave something so nice and kind, you can do that as well. Grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. Like Deb says all the time, while you're there, please make us your very first preset. Right there. And that way you can get right to the show at no time. Make good salsa preset. That way you can get right to that content as well.
Making it easy for you, folks.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
I just read that watching the same movie over and over again, let me ask you what you think that leads to. Like if you were to say, I like watching the same movie over and over again, what does that tell you about yourself?
Do you think that surprises?
No, yeah.
It leads to brain atrophy.
It's funny. It says it makes you emotionally intelligent.
Really?
That if you watch the same movie over and over again, that you are emotionally intelligent. And I don't understand how they ascertain emotional intelligence from watching the same movie over and over again.
Because the reason you would watch it over is because you emotionally connect to it.
Yeah.
And therefore you're examining that connection more deeply.
You think?
I don't know. Ask Deb. She seems to be the one who's a little more emotionally intelligent here.
No, I'm the one who will watch the same movie over and over and over again.
Is that Coco?
Any of them. Hotel Transylvania, Coco, Encanto, Tangled, Brave, Coal Miner's Daughter,
Coal Miner's Daughter?
Real people movies?
Real people's movies.
You watch The Exorcist over and over?
Not over and over, but if it's on, I will watch it.
Damn, really?
It's still one of the scariest movies on the planet to me.
Jack, what is your over and over movie? Do you have one of those? I mean, everybody has that movie.
Shawshank Redemption.
They can't go by, right?
Yeah, well,
I've watched that one. I have watched that. I've burned that bridge, the Shawshank Bridge. I've literally seen it so many times I can't even enjoy it anymore.
Well, you know, there's some movies that have the deal, like some network gets them, like whether it's AMC or Turner Classic
TNT,
Movies,
right, yeah.
and so it's always on,
Right, yeah.
You know, so yeah, like Christmas Story,
Home Alone.
Yeah, yep, yeah. I'd watch that a little bit, but Pulp Fiction and Grease are probably the two movies I've seen the most. Yeah,
mine is probably got to be No Country. I've seen that a lot. And I find myself watching directors more than really the movie itself, because the directors kind of tell there's kind of a line of storytelling through their movies, like, you know, whether it be the Coen brothers or Wes Anderson or any of the, you know, Scorsese or any of the good movie makers. You know, they have usually a theme of something, whether the way it feels, the dialogue, the actors, you know, something like that. Dumb and Dumber, I've seen a bunch.
Never seen it.
That's...
Our pets' heads are falling off, Jack.
Such a travesty. It's so good.
Is it?
It is, buddy.
There's a toenail scene in there that's going to make you think of Ross at his massage yesterday.
It's just so good. And when you read about the movie and all the cool stuff that happened during the movie that Jim Carrey did, it just lets you know what a genius that guy really is. I don't know if you've listened to him talk recently. He's turned into a straight-up philosopher. But you know, there's a scene where he's walking out of a bar, and on the wall it says, we landed on the moon, or Kennedy, we get to the moon or whatever. And he sees it, and he turns around and looks at the bartender and goes, "Yeah!" As if that's the first he's learning,
right?
That we've landed on the moon. And it's so brilliant. And it was improv.
Wow.
Yeah, that was improv. A lot of that movie, when you read about it, was improv. And a lot of Jim Carrey projects, the directors allow him to come up with same thing with Robin Williams back in the day. They would just kind of let him go because they were so brilliant at making up stuff and understanding the moment and coming up with a perfect line for that. There were some of the few actors that were allowed to kind of improv during the set.
And that would be the case with Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin.
Yeah, he did that a lot there.
A lot of his lines in that were ad-libbed, and they just let him go because they knew that they were getting comedy gold.
Matter of fact, I think there was a great, I want to say it was Miss Doubtfire or one of the, I can't remember exactly what movie. But they talk about 30 or 40% of the script being completely improvised, just made up.
Yep.
I know that a lot of the Will Ferrell movies with Adam McKay are like that. That they will do the shot that the director wants, and then they will just let the actors do whatever, and whichever take is the best that's the one they'll use. I've seen Anchorman a lot too, by the way, because it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Drama movies.
Godfather.
Yeah. My
seen
wife
that a couple times. You've seen it once.
What, Godfather?
Yes.
Yeah, just one time. Right.
I made him watch.
Well,
and I did, and I loved it. It was great. I mean, to be honest with you, I felt like an ass for not watching it all those years because it was so good.
You should see Godfather 2.
Yeah,
you should see Titanic.
I've not seen Titanic. Yeah, my wife watches Girl Interrupted. She loves that. That's one of her favorite movies, which is horrifying, actually.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Girl Interrupted, Deb?
Boy,
that is way up your alley. I mean, Angelina Jolie, it is a really, really good movie. She won the Oscar for that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it's painfully good, but it's also pretty intense if you haven't seen it. She goes into a house for people who have issues, and she has those issues, and she kind of creates this weird kind of clique inside there and starts really causing chaos because that's kind of what she is. She's just chaotic. But it is a crazy good movie. Interesting. All right, 77031. Let me tell you about this lady who has a small problem.
Uh-oh.
And I want to know if I'm only bringing this up. It's a Dear Abby thing. I'm only really bringing it up to see if you guys know anybody that's dealt with this. But this woman said that she and her husband were in the military. Her husband was in the military. And, they wound up having a kid and the whole 9 yards. And I guess she writes this letter to find out. She says she says it was a sexual assault from another officer. And then she got pregnant, and she doesn't know if the baby that she has is her husband's. Now, outside of the sexual assault, I wonder how many people, grew up thinking that their dad was their dad to turn out that maybe it wasn't, that mom had a fling or something like that.
Well, remember, we talked about that Ancestry.com and 23andMe had to actually create a department for people to help folks who called and said, my 23andMe just told me that my dad isn't really my dad. What do I do now?
Right, yeah. This woman never reported the sexual assault, the rape, so she never told anybody about it. And when she got pregnant, she wasn't sure. And to this day, the kid's like 30 years old or something, and she never told her husband and never told her son, but she lived her entire life not knowing if her kid was her husband's son. And she doesn't want to do any of the testing, of course, because you don't want to live with that now.
Right.
And even though she didn't do anything wrong, she did keep it from him. And she doesn't know that he isn't, but she'd lived with that for so many years. I couldn't imagine that.
That's a heavy burden.
You know anybody that dealt with that, Jack? They dealt with, like, not knowing who their parents were?
Yes. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, your wife, yeah.
Yeah, it was my wife's dad, and that's how she kind of got started on her road to genealogy and researching family, and kind of led to her on her path of discovery about herself.
Yeah, that's a weird situation. I read that today. I was like, man, that is crazy. I just, again, the onus of carrying that for your entire life and kind of living behind that facade that, that everything is exactly like it is, but knowing that when you look out there and you see your husband and your son
family
hanging out and everything like that, that you really don't know if that's the truth or not. But
I wonder how many cases like that back in the day.
Oh, man. Before the tech?
Pardon?
Before the technology, so you could find out?
Not the technology. Before you wouldn't be shuttled off to a home where the family didn't have to deal with the embarrassment.
Yeah. Right.
Of you being pregnant, unmarried, and then, don't add in the sexual assault part. That just makes it worse.
Oh, yeah. And
you're dirty now.
You're dirty now.
Yeah, they had homes.
Yes, they did.
And they just put them in there, and
Wait till they had their babies. Yep. Babies immediately taken away from them shuttled back to their family, never talk about it, never act like it ever happened. We don't talk about those things.
The baby goes to the orphanage, I assume, or is adopted out? Is that what it is?
Automatically adopted out. They never see that child again.
Wow.
That, or sometimes the grandparents raise it as their baby.
Yeah.
That creates a whole dynamic.
That famously happened with Jack Nicholson, Jack Nicholson, right? His sister raised him, and he grew up thinking his sister was his mom.
I think that also happened to Ted Bundy, and is one of the things that's credited with his psychopathy.
Really?
Was finding out that his sister was really his mom, and just all that being lied to your whole life.
Right. I think Nicholson actually talked about that during an interview once, and and it's so funny because he's such a great actor. You never know what he's putting on, but you could really see the emotion that he wasn't putting on. It was really devastating to him because you're basically living a lie. You don't really know, and then now that's your sister, not your mom. And all those years she's saying, I mean, it's just so many moving parts there,
Well, and we do have a recent case with that, with Billy Corgan and
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. I mean, that is still going on, and Bill Burr has had to really come to terms with the fact that his dad has, like, somewhere I think I read recently, possibly up to 12 other children.
No way. I did not hear that part of that.
So he was like a traveling musician and was slinging ding everywhere. So Burr is like, hey, listen, it's a very good possibility, but you have to ask yourself, why do you want to go down that rabbit hole?
I mean,
I know Corgan kind of forced his hand at it. That's why I don't think was fair.
He did. That still came off a little, I mean,
douchey.
I do believe that he sprung that on Bill, but at first I was like, I don't know, this seems kind of wrestling-y, because you got to remember, Billy Corgan is a massive wrestling fan.
But Burr isn't.
Yeah, he's not.
And in every article I've read since that, between the two ferns, he has said, man, I had no idea that was coming.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I remember that. And it's so funny when they sat beside each other. I thought it was like one of those internet things.
Right.
That you just kind of read about and like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But when they sat together for that interview, you're looking at them as like the head shape, the whole 9 yards, like, oh my God, they are. I mean, there's no question they are.
And then when you find out what, Burr's dad was like.
Yeah, they had a second life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, Jack, what was the name of that famous CBS Sunday morning Charles
Kuralt.
Yeah, I mean, the nicest guy in the bus traveling America. You would never think that he had a secret second family story.
For years.
Like decades.
Yeah, for decades he had two families. Jack's laughing like,
no. He was successful because you only found out after he died.
Right.
Yeah.
How did that?
He nailed it.
Did he leave? Did he leave that in a piece of?
No.
How did they find out?
I think she came forward.
Yeah. When he died, she's like, "Hey, that was my husband."
Yeah. Like, hey.
Oh, that's a weird funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine the wife who thinks she's mourning her husband of 50+ years, the great Charles Kuralt, and after he dies and can't answer any questions, that's when you find out that for the majority of your marriage and raising of your family, he had another family.
And their kids now have half brothers and half sisters.
And you had no idea about it.
No clue. And that's kind of like what Burr was dealing with Billy Corgan. He literally was kind of weird. He was asking him questions about how his dad was when he was with their family.
Right.
And then Corgan was going, yeah, he was like this with our family. And it was so bizarre. It really was like an episode of Twilight Zone hearing him talk about it.
It was.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text our show at 77031. How many people do you think listening to us get free stuff at work, like coffee or anything like that?
I would say not a lot.
Do you think most offices, like here at iHeart, we have two like little kitchen areas, one for one side of the building and one for the other side of the building. Both of them have these, coffee machines that are stocked with these little pods you put in there. It's not a Keurig or an espresso. It's like that though. Yeah, but it's like it's like a commercial machine.
Yeah, but it's single serve.
Single serve, and you have all the packets there, and of course the company has to buy the coffee and the sugar and the creamer and everything.
That is correct.
So one of the stories I saw today is, interestingly, across the nation, because of the tariff issues, because nobody really knows what's going on, a lot of companies are starting to consider taking those perks away from employees. So maybe no water service anymore, maybe no coffee anymore. The cost of having vending machines on property could be going away. And that's why I wondered how many people who are listening who work in corporate offices expect getting free coffee from the office.
Well, vending machines are financed by the use. I mean, that's passed along.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's a fee to have that there because they provide the machine. Is it just the sale? I always heard that there was also a fee that wherever it was that you had to pay the fee to have the machine there as well. I'm not sure, though.
I think maybe if you hit a certain amount of sales, you don't have to pay because, it behooves the vending machine owner, you want to put it in anywhere where you're going to turn over product.
Right.
Yeah. So, if I put it in your office, if people are going to use it, then it's worth it for me to come there, service it, and leave a machine there.
Yeah, the company did that thing in World War II. Remember when the Germans invaded that one area? I forget where it was. And then they just took all the street signs down, which was brilliant. I forget what country it was. But when they heard the Germans were coming, they said, just go take all the street signs down. They'll never figure out where we are.
Who think you could win a war with just street signs?
Well, this company kind of did the same thing. Like, yeah, we have all the coffee you want, but you ain't getting no cups. You remember they stopped buying. It's like, we have the coffee machines. We have the coffee and the sugar, the creamer, but they don't provide cups. Well, it's like they don't provide the little styrofoam cups. You have to bring your own cup.
Yeah, because that's an ongoing product, an ongoing expense.
There are no cups here.
Yet that's what we know. Yeah,
That's right. We all have, and we're also supposed to, at least the people who are on air, have cups that have lids on them, right?
Yeah.
But so you have a refillable cup. The challenge is when you have a guest in, and it's like, you bring them a handful of coffee.
Right, exactly.
Here you go.
Hurry, Burns, hurry. Lap this up, quick. Faster. All right, what do you have for you heard it here first?
Well, we're going to give an update on the Kissimmee misconduct case. Cheerios. Oh, they're discontinuing 3 flavors. And Nintendo Switch 2 consoles are stolen in a $1.4 million cargo heist.
That's so unreal.
And we're going to talk about that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. Back in a sec. You heard it here first, and we'll get the hell out of here on a Wednesday.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Wednesday night forecast. Temperatures mild through the overnight tonight, dropping down into the mid-70s and quickly warming up. Taking a look at your Thursday, back up into the mid-90s. Holding those scattered showers and thunderstorms on Thursday through the afternoon and evening. Seeing those storms a little bit more widespread as we take a look at your Friday, but we are looking at that summer sizzle as we officially start the summer season on Friday night. Have a great night.
This report is sponsored by Sam's Club. Are you ready for some locked-in summer value? At Sam's Club until July 22nd, prices are held on over 1,000 items, including summer must-haves like sunscreen and ice cream. Go sign up for a membership and join Sam's Club today. at samsclub.com/join.
Guys, let me tell you something. If you are in the real estate world, if you're buying or selling a home, you need some tips, I got something for you. How about the Nickley Group? These guys are awesome at selling and buying homes. And when I say buying homes, they do that. That's right. If you go to their website right now, you could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home right now. And that means no showings, no open houses. How about that? And that deal can close in just 14 days. That's just one of the many things that the Nickley Group can offer you as a customer. What they also can offer you if you're a buyer is as many choices as you can imagine. Nobody knows Central Florida better than these guys. All the homes they will offer you will check all the boxes that you ask them to. And I'll tell you something else that I love about this company. Yes, you will get a realtor. You will have somebody that you talk to every day. But know this, behind that realtor is an entire team of people making sure that that person has all the information needed to provide you with the best possible service every single time. That's what the Nickley Group does better than anybody. On average, they sell their homes for 6% more than their competitors, and they sell those homes twice as fast. They have every answer that you need. So if you are moving toward buying or selling a home, please do not forget the Nickley Group. These guys are more efficient and better at this than anybody in the city. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Greenway Kia is under new management. With 3 great locations across Central Florida and one of the area's largest selections, we want to see you in a Kia. Upgrade your summer adventure in a brand new 2025 Kia Sportage EX. Lease it for just $149 per month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing and 0 security deposit. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com today.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year, plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expire 7/15/25.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
There's $250K or more on the line every single day on Hard Rock Bet. But now you can win an even bigger share. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets rolls on with a brand new format so you can win bigger bonus bets. We ask a question, you bet the winning answer for $1. Download the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. Plus, new players bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The accident wasn't your fault. You shouldn't have to pay those bills. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay for your medical bills. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
The Jeep brand has always stood for American freedom. And now we're standing with you with Employee Pricing Plus. Hurry into your Jeep brand dealer for details today and join the family. Jeep, there's only one. Offer valid on select 2024 and 2025 Jeep brand vehicles for non-FCA employees and retirees. $200 admin fee applies. Not all buyers will qualify. Restrictions apply. Does not apply to leases. Ends 6/30/25. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or pool deck, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Alpha Foundations comes in, a groundworks company. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards. Schedule your free inspection at alphafoundations.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You're great at protecting your personal information. You might even use things like two-factor authentication and strong passwords. But as much as you try to control how your info's protected, there are other places that also have it, and they may not be as careful. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save 40% your first year with my name Clay as the promo code at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
iHeartRadio just gave driving an upgrade with Presets, now on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your go-to stations, podcasts, and playlists, all just a tap away on your dash. Start your engine, hit play, and drive happy. Free with iHeartRadio on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, and we're going to look ahead tomorrow on Real Radio, Thursday edition of the Monsters in the Morning. Daisy Del Toro back on the show after a week off, and she is ready to go. Saw her today, and she's looking forward to it. So join the Monsters tomorrow for a Thursday edition, and don't forget to look ahead with the team at TK Law to plan your family's future. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
This wasn't an assault or anything, but growing up, one of my best friends had no idea that what he thought was his mother was actually his grandmother.
Oh, man.
His actual mother was what he thought was his aunt.
Yeah.
She got pregnant at a young age, and the grandmother kind of took over.
Happened a lot.
I kind of think that's what the Jack Nicholson thing was kind of like as well. I think that it was kind of weird like that, yeah. All right, 77031, that's how you text us. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that ass kicking that Caitlin Clark got last night?
I did.
The poke in the eye and then the whole. Yeah. I got to tell you, man, it was so. It's so crazy. My wife, who is like not sports, like not girls volleyball, and that was because her daughter played. I mean, that was it. I mean, that's the only sports I've ever known her to ever be interested in ever. Doesn't like football, none of this stuff. She sends me a video today, and she goes, I don't know who Caitlin Clark is, but I'm all about this drama. Because I'm like, look, you need to watch Caitlin Clark then, because they are, I mean, the entire league is pissed off at her. They kick her ass like every single game. It seems like she's got a target on her head.
Oh, she does.
I mean, that girl, I don't know if that was an intentional eye poke, but you're going to have make a pretty hard case for why your hand was up there by her face when the ball was nowhere near there. I don't get that at all. And then after that, she just got bum rushed by the entire team.
Basketball play aside, it's so interesting. The dynamic is she's so important to the league, but it's so obvious. So it's easy for every other player to be a little resentful, especially every veteran.
Yeah.
To be a little resentful.
Why not me? Why is it me?
Or it's like, now you guys are here because of this kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll show you because...
Well, she's pulling up from half court and shooting like 55% from free, dude.
So,
she's an anomaly.
Not even about her skills. The fact that all the attention is out because she's here. So whether it's jealousy
and
or...
of course, her being white comes into play as well.
Resentment for that. Yet, that rising tide is lifting all ships.
Right.
The whole league benefits because of it, and we saw it. And with her injury, she was out for 2 weeks. Ratings,
yeah.
She's back,
and a positive role
ratings.
model.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I can understand the jealousy. I've dealt with that myself. Trust me, I get it. But in that same sense,
uber competitive.
Yeah.
She was on an episode of My Next Guest with David Letterman. He interviewed her.
Yeah.
That's a Netflix show. You can watch those interviews. But
he's an Indiana guy too. So.
Yep. Yeah, but she uber competitive.
Yeah. All right, let's do You Heard It Here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, the 3 Kissimmee police officers are fired after a months-long independent investigation by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Kissimmee Police Chief Charles Broadway says he's focused on regaining the community's trust during a press conference earlier today.
I can also ensure that I will have employees in the right seats and who will be properly trained. We will communicate, and I will hear from our personnel, and I will hear from boots on the ground to make the right decisions to move this agency forward.
It focused on police conduct surrounding a 2023 use of force case. 2 more members were demoted and 3 were suspended. All right, Cheerios is discontinuing 3 of its new flavors. The popular breakfast cereal introduced several new flavors this year, but now Cheerios maker General Mills says it's going to stop making 3 of them. The 3 flavors are chocolate peanut butter Cheerios.
Never heard of it.
Honey Nut Cheerios Minis.
Oh, I was about to say there's no way they're blending out Honey Nut.
Well, you don't know. I mean, with this new thing with getting rid of chemicals, and Honey Nut Cheerios Medley Oat Crunch.
Okay, I still don't believe that's any of the ones that are super, super popular. Do you think?
I don't know.
I don't think they are. I think it's Honey Nut clusters of oats or whatever it is.
And the regular one.
And then the regular one, right, yeah.
Well, Cheerios fans are being urged to grab up the remaining stock of those flavors while they're still on the shelves. And then finally, Colorado authorities are investigating the heist of over 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2 consoles that were stolen from the back of a semi-truck. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says the theft was discovered during a pre-trip inspection on June 8th when the driver noticed several pallets missing. Now, the consoles are valued at over $1.4 million and were en route from Nintendo's Washington facility to a GameStop in Texas. Here's the part that hurts extra. Investigators say they're not sure where along the route the theft actually occurred. So from Washington State to a GameStop in Texas.
Yeah, because once they cut that seal, it's cut. It doesn't it doesn't have a timestamp on it, I don't believe, yeah.
They're just going to have to wait and see where those things end up on
crazy.
eBay and Craigslist.
So crazy.
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deb. Who do we have to thank today, young lady?
Well, speaking of thank you, we want to thank Lee Asher from the Asher House for being our Animal House guest today. Also want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell, Ross Padgett from Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. In case you missed any of their segments, the podcasts have already been posted under The Jim Colbert Show. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that, as we do every day. Jack, question of the day?
Yeah, this one was on our Instagram, and it's, do you like double dating? Where do you think it fell?
I think most people kind of like it. I will go, but I'll be safe here. I'll hedge my bets. I'll go 50%.
But you think most?
Yeah, I don't know. I said I was hedging my bets.
So what's the next bet to make it most and be as close as you can?
I would
51%?
No. I would say probably 65% of the audience actually enjoys doing it.
Well, it's 51%.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to hand that to you.
I was trying to help you get there.
I thought you were being an ass.
No. See, I'm a nice guy, but you look at me through Jim-colored eyes.
Well, when we're doing the show, I do. Because you do stuff like that. You're slippery.
You're not wrong.
You're right. I'm not wrong. All right, coming up tomorrow, of course, we'll have Ross. We'll have Danny Byring on tomorrow for Date Night Done Right to find out what's going on in Orlando. We'll have Glenn on for Colbert Court. We'll take a bunch of your talkbacks. We'll take a bunch of your texts. We'll try to make you laugh, and that'll all happen again right here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Going to trivia tonight. If you want something to do, it starts in 6 minutes. I'm giving you a heads up.
You can smoke Jimmy and his team.
Little Wakaifa Brewing, and bring all you got, because we are good.
Jim is spending his Father's Day gift.
On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corbett Time. What the hell? Oh, I almost said, what the hell is Angel listening to? It's good Sauce with Ross and Joel, and, of course, our friends from Real Ass. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.
Stay safe. Put some hump in your day. Bye.